is the cage makers who hunts the hunters down. Hell! In the blood red officers still with a crown of cold iron, no crown of thorn. Line up, filth, she crews to the shadows. Confess what you planned for their fragile doom. They shriek of endings, oceans of bodies. She clicks her tongue, not on my watch, and drags them on. She holds the keys of the Baphomet lady, wanting of the pit where the dark things scream. She locks the jaws of the nightmares waiting, turning every curse into rust and steam. She keeps the keys while the world stays
Okay, no time like the present, so I'm gonna go and switch over, guys. You just switch over whenever you guys are ready. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome. Enter to credits. Uno, maybe YouTube, hiding me in chat. Hey, I see you, credits. Thanks for stopping by. Glad you're here. Turn down my background music a little bit. Sorry, I've had a crazy day. So we're gonna do more Preludes today with some of the characters, some of the players. Introducing 2 new characters to the fray. I think we will have a total table of 6, which would be 5 player characters and 1 storyteller, which is kind of like at my peak. That's where I'm like, all right, that's my sweet spot. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, Dax, just let me know when you're ready. But yeah, hopefully everyone's having a good day. Of course, joining me is Mr. Agrippnia Wisteria, the man, the myth, the legend. Don't say hi all at once now. You're good, man. And then Mr. Dax Obscura himself, which he's having some Twitch issues, but he's trying to get that sorted out. It's cool. If everybody's watching on Rumble, yay! We'll get you situated on Rumble. I can do that. Shared chat it is. Oh, I'm getting an echo from somebody. Is that from you, Wiz? An echo? No. No, I think it was just, he has his volume a little bit too high. Which is fine. It happens to me sometimes, like if I'm collabing like with Rosa or Bones and they're just like very loud through my headphones, it'll echo into the mic. Especially when you get Rosa laughing. Oh my god. She has a very infectious, loud laugh. Who do you want to have as a guest? Nobody. Let me see. You're playing Pragmata? Cool. What do you think about it? Okay, I see that Dax was playing it. Yeah. But it said you were live playing Pragmata. Oh shit. Oh. I accidentally invited the wrong person. That was Griffin night. Oops. Let me send him an invite. Griffin, I am sorry. Right. Okay. I sent you an invite, and Wiz, I sent you an invite too. So on Twitch, it'll pop up as a invite to join a collab or a group. Curtis, you just finished your stream. What were you streaming? You guys need to let me know if you stream so we can go support each other. Don't see it. Just make sure that you mute yourselves. Like on the bottom, how it shows the 3 thing next to the microphone. Just mute the audio, and then yeah, there we go. Yay! Now we're being professional. Well, that's weird. I'll deal with that later. Anyways. Yeah, alright. Okay, I think we got it all set up as much as possible. And I will, of course, see. You guys want me to share screens? But I really actually don't have much to share screen for this one because everything, I mean, you can how to do this. I should be professional, right? I think I'll probably share that one. I'm gonna lower it down to 15 FPS. I don't need it fucking bending over my poor GPU. It's like limping to stay alive. Never seen chat at the bottom of the screen before. Yeah, this is a new thing that we're doing just specifically for the game. So if I'm doing the game, everybody's chat will appear at the bottom. So as different people show up, they should hopefully be working. I've been tweaking and working on this. Like I told you guys, I've been working on stuff behind the scenes. As people like contribute to the chat from different sources, so like Twitch and YouTube and so forth, it'll show them as different entities. But since you're, I think the only one on YouTube at this moment, that's why you're the only one who's showing up. So actually, let me test that. So if I post in that chat and I'm like, oh, wow. Yeah, you'll see your message from me pop up on the bottom of the screen. All right. Additionally, I guess I'll go ahead and show this off too. I'm quite pleased for this. Yay. Hey, Bifu. How's it going? Thank you, thank you. I know who you are, but I will not say, for we are live. But thank you for the follow. Bring this up real quick. Yeah, you see how it works now? Yeah, but multiple people are like engaging it. Like, wow. It also lets me keep track of like where the most engagement is and where I need to focus more attention or less attention, depending. But okay, so for this game specifically, which is like tabletop games, I'll be having some special redeems going on, which I will bring them up right now. So the first one is, I think I showed these off last time, but I'll send a test alert on stream so you guys can see it, which will be, yeah.
What did one ocean say to the other ocean? Nothing, it just waved. So
you can redeem a reroll, which will make the player, or even myself, if I'm rolling like opposed to them, reroll the action regardless of whether it's a positive or a negative. So if you really want to like screw somebody over, you can screw somebody over by, you know, force them to reroll. That'll be, I think it's 1,000 channel points, or maybe 100 channel points. I have to check on the thing. But it's a significant thing, so we won't have people just doing it all willy-nilly, like to be jerks. It's like, it has to, they have to make sure they want to be a jerk. But it'll be good. That'll push some more like viewer engagement. But the one that I'm really excited for is this one, where the players, you guys...
Born too late to explore the Earth. Born too early to explore space.
You
Born
guys will
just
be
in
able
time
to
spam memes.
You guys will be able to redeem, basically name an NPC. So if you guys want to name an NPC, we'll name the NPC. I'll try not to kill it. I can't guarantee the players won't. But you guys can name an NPC, and whenever you redeem either one of these, you guys will have to enter into the chat, which is basically, for example, reroll. You have to tell me what do you want to be rerolled. You can't just redeem a reroll and leave it blank, because I'll be like, well, I don't know what you want rerolled. The same thing with name an NPC. You can't name, you know, redeem it and then not give me a name. It's like, well, what do you want me to name the NPC? The Phantom Stranger. So yeah, those are the two ones we have at the moment. I'm looking at putting more into play. Should this be successful, and by successful I mean fun. I don't really care about money. We're just doing this for funsies, but yay. Ooh, that's a good question. Let me check that because I have it right here. Let me see. Oh, it's on that's on my other page. Hold on just a second. Viewer rewards. Let me go check that out real quick. So each person can force a reroll 10 times per a stream. However, that's with a cooldown of 5 minutes in between each one, just to give everybody a heads up. It's not going to be like a continuous thing. But, you know, if somebody's really dedicated, like credits, and he wants to really like time out his rerolls to be a troll, he could do that. And as far as the name an NPC one, that will be only one redemption per stream, but I'm sorry, only one person can redeem it once a stream, but up to 10 unique people can redeem it at different times. So everyone can get a chance to contribute per stream. Yay! Because that one's a kind of a bigger investment. Okay, cool. Everyone ready? We're ready to get the show on the road. Awesome. Let's get this back up. Okay, so first and foremost, we will be basically just covering some player notes, filling things out on my end. I'll be starting with Dax Obscura. Okay, I think you're on more of a crunch. So, welcome. So name is Rafiq, aka Wrath. All right, so I got you on my notes now. Well, I may have you on my notes before, but all right, you're going with Architect and Bon Vivant. So what is the thing architecturally that you are trying to build towards? Okay. Okay, so basically you have it's not just the dream, you have like the functional desire to build something. It's not just a like one day we'll be rich, it's more like okay. Cool. Let's practice. Yeah. Yeah, we talked about that in the first session. Yeah, that's good. That's all good. Paradiso. Mm-hmm. Nice. Okay. You also have Bon Vivant, which is kind of what I'm envisioning is he kind of puts himself off as kind of like a playboy or equivalent as like a party guy. Your voice is not coming into YouTube or not the others. It's not. What the hell?
Which one your demeanor?
Is that better? Like, you guys keep talking. Just give it a couple seconds. Just let me know.
Let me scroll up here. My nature is architect and my demeanor is bon vivant.
Got it.
So how would you put that in astrology? Is my nature like my sun sign and my demeanor is my rising, or
it's the other way around. So your sun sign, actually your rising is more.
They're coming through now.
It's more bon.
Yes. Okay.
Did you say?
Awesome. Thank you. I got the triple yeses. Thank you so much.
Your outward experiences, your presentation.
Yes.
You're certain je ne sais quoi.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was rolling with. I was thinking that people probably see me on the outside as more of the bon vivant. Like I'm out there. I go to the fancy parties. I connect with high-profile people.
Yeah.
Maybe it does look like I'm living a bit of a playboy life.
You what's this called?
I didn't think of it that way.
Maxer, whatever that is.
No, which
I
one?
actually wanted to poke fun at looks maxing. That is actually, it's funny that you mentioned that because it's one of the main reasons why I was like, I'm going to be a plastic surgeon because having a vicissitude, like I don't need to do much.
Right. You
And
just need to.
when he hits, I mean, he's a vampire, but hypothetically, if he hit, 40, he's not going to start losing his looks max. So it must suck for the looks maxers. Unless you're Asian, of course, because they don't age.
What's the what's that old joke? It's like they don't age, they just rot on the inside.
I haven't heard that one.
You haven't? No. It's because it's an expression that Asian people, and this isn't offensive. I have a friend that's Asian. He's the one that told me this joke. He was like, "Yeah," he goes, "We look young forever because we just slowly die on the inside, like a doll." And I was like, "Okay."
That's dark.
Yeah, it is. I was like, "Wow, okay." I was going to have Twitch and
no comments.
No worries. No comment. I don't agree with this. Anyways, okay. Okay, so basically your character is going to be more of, the way that I see it is, I guess, a Batman type character, a Bruce Wayne, where you have a desire and you have the ambition to do it, but you have to come off as like a playboy to not necessarily placate people, but to keep up appearances.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I could definitely see it more like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Now, your concept, it's kind of a mouthful. Let's whittle that down a little bit because you have like 3 different things you're trying to go for.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I understand why all aspects are important to it, but we need to refine it down to just one, or at least an amalgamation of them. Because you have Elite Plastic Surgeon, Refined Predator, and Camarilla Asset.
Yep. I think I just like spitballed mostly, so it's good that we're just going to whittle it down. Yeah.
Chat GPT to the rescue, because that's I'm like, how would we whittle that down?
I guess in a way too, I was perhaps a lot of the things that I've put there were like future forward. Like I might have put things in there that I would like to achieve in the future. So we could kind of like put that on the back burner, like Camarilla Asset. Like I'm not going to be a Camarilla Asset to begin with, but hopefully if things go the way that Raf is hoping, that I could eventually be a Camarilla Asset.
All right. No, I totally get that. We just need to. It's because playing your concept very well will give you bonus XP. So we need to really consolidate it.
Yes. Yes. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I understand strategic roles. I know what the character wants to do. Let's consolidate it down. Don't you guys love ChatGPT? I know I don't. Ooh, okay. Here's a couple of good ones. What do you think about Surgical Predator? Or Aesthetic Architect? Or Identity Sculptor?
I could take Surgical Predator because I think that it kind of like
I think it emphasizes
his origin stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that one will be the best. There's another one, Aesthetic Predator, but I think Surgical one, it makes more sense because you're also a surgeon, but you also take great care in whatever you do, almost with surgical like precision.
Exactly. I'm hoping to. I'll probably fumble a fair few times, but I'm hoping to. Yeah.
That's all good. All good. All right. I'll go ahead and change it on your character sheet side on my notes.
And when you change all that, could you send a copy back to me too?
That's not the way it works. Yeah, I'll send you a copy back. Okay. That's not the way this works. No. Okay. So, of course, generation, you're going to be Zamitsi, which is the clan of the shape changers and the flesh crafters, and it's like Men's Warehouse. You're going to like the way you look, you guarantee it. That actually used to be the joke when we used to play like Zamitsi characters at LARPs, vampire LARPs. It'd be like, you're going to like the way you look or else. Because they can literally make you look like disgusting if you don't like it. Anyways, all right.
Yeah, I like what you mentioned, you and Bones, about how I was not really thinking outside the box with exactly how far you can take the whole flesh crafting and vicissitude. Because, I still haven't.
No, and in a weird way,
the horizon.
Yeah, in a weird way, it's a good thing because you aren't Sabat, which means you don't have any reason to fully embrace like those more twisted aspects, but it gives you room to develop as necessity dictates. There we go. That's the word.
Yeah.
Okay. Now just going over briefly your attributes. I see that we have your strength, your dexterity, and your stamina. Hey, Solstice, thanks for stopping by. Okay. So dexterity, we need to pick a specialty because you have your dexterity at 4 or higher. So.
Oh yes.
Did you already have one in mind?
Was that the one I picked? Precise.
That's the one. Yeah. Because I was going to say I know we talked about it, but I didn't know if we had like nailed it down. Okay.
Yes, I think we nailed it down in that one,
okay,
and that's
cool.
that surgical predator aspect again.
All right. Also in melee, we need to give you a specialty for melee. Now, melee is a little bit different. It could be something like, scalpels, since you're a surgeon, or it could be like blades, or it could be swords, or it could be like blunt instruments, improvised weapons, anything you want narratively, because this will play into certain conditions. Now, if you do something that's not in your specialty, you're not penalized for it, but you're certainly like rewarded for using it.
Right. Okay, so I already got one down there. I was going to use a butterfly knife, but I was also thinking after we spoke before, like, I don't know if I needed to specialize in like, and this is just me thinking out loud, but specialize in like swords in the sense where if I could craft a sword out of bone or something like that, or like if I specialize in more smaller blades like daggers, and that I could craft those. Do you think a butterfly knife would fit as like a dagger?
It wouldn't. Okay, I mean, mechanically, yes, it would have the same stats as a dagger. However, what I would imagine, what you're probably going to want to steer towards is a specialty in bioweaponry.
Okay. Yes.
So that means basically weapons that you create yourself, whether from your body or somebody else's.
Yeah. See, and I thought like it always irks me because like if you're a specialist in a weapon that you can lose it, like someone can take it and all that kind of stuff. But I thought one of the Zamitsi's strengths is that, they
are a weapon.
Yeah, they're a weapon. So like I thought that was wicked. So yeah, bioweapon, definitely I could get on board with that.
Okay, so we'll put for your specialty bioweaponry. Specifically as it relates to your vicissitude skills. Bioweaponry. There we go. All right, and then next we will move on to the disciplines themselves. Of course, we have a vicissitude, the stickiest of all studes. You have that at 2 for now. So here's the thing, and we're going to get to your merits and flaws in a minute. If you want to, I can let you knock off some of these points from your merits, basically giving yourself more penalty from flaws, but doing so, I can give you that extra point of vicissitude, making it start at 3, so you can start bone crafting right away.
Yeah. Yep.
But,
so what's your thinking?
Well, we'll get to that when we get to that. I'm just putting that on the table now because I know what you want to work towards, and I don't mind, helping you get there because obviously I want everyone to have fun. But
Yes.
I'm just putting that out there now because I'm going to switch over to looking at vicissitude for the audience. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, yeah, I definitely want to go down that path. And like I said, I don't know if we drop it now, but I'll just say, like, briefly that my sire wants me to basically be the best vicissitude user she's seen thus far, and she definitely wants me to be better than she is currently. So, yeah, definitely going to put a lot of points in there.
Okay, so level 1 is Malleable Visage. I'm pretty sure you've read it, but in case you haven't read it, I'm going to go over it with you mechanically so you understand it.
Definitely go over it.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, the cosmetics of it is you're able to reach out and grab flesh on a person or a yourself conceptually. It says flesh loosely. I don't consider vampire meat flesh, but whatever. We'll go with it here. And you're able to spend a point of blood for each body part that you want to be changed. And these are like very minor cosmetic alterations. So you could do stuff like make your, like if you have a scar, for example, like remove the scar or cover it with additional flesh and stuff like that. It's very cosmetic stuff, but it's really good for like infiltration.
Right.
So you'd spend a point of blood and you would roll your intelligence plus your medicine at a difficulty of 6. And then for every many successes you get, is how good it looks up to a maximum of 5. If you roll more than 5 successes, then it's like a flawless, perfect copy. You can even make yourself look like somebody else. So, if you wanted to infiltrate a place and you wanted to look like, oh, he was just here, that's what you would do with Malleable Visage.
Okay, cool. So you can be like a master of, what would you call it, like subterfuge or something.
Mm-hmm. And then level 2, we of course have the flesh crafting itself. This is the one that's like really fun and really dangerous. When I say dangerous, I mean like more for like mortals, because it starts freaking them out pretty bad. But basically, I will say for the record, this doesn't only have to be combat. You can use flesh crafting outside of combat. But inside of combat, what you do is you spend a point of blood. Everything in regards to vicissitude is going to require blood expenditure because it's like very, very obvious that you're breaking the masquerade, to be blunt. So you spend a point of blood and then you grapple the victim, which is basically you'd make a dexterity and medicine roll. And upon successful roll, difficulty is usually 5 if you're trying to do something like quick and dirty. And I'll give examples in a moment. But if you want to do something like super precise, then it would be like up to difficulty 9, depending. And depending on the successes you roll, is how long the transformation can last up to basically it being a permanent thing, if you roll high enough. Additionally, outstanding successes can remove basically attributes. I wouldn't say remove them, but make them unusable. So if you're to grapple somebody who's strong, you can literally like kind of like with flesh crafting rip their muscles off so they lose those points of strength until you put them back on. But the reason why flesh crafting is very dangerous is you can literally go up to mortals, like grab their face and like pull their cheeks and like basically stretch their flesh like Play-Doh and cover their air holes, and they start suffocating from the inside out.
Wow.
Like, have you ever seen that? Everyone's seen The Matrix, right? The first movie, The Matrix, when they're interrogating him and they take his mouth away.
Yeah.
That's a very basic. Yeah, it's a very basic example of flesh crafting. It can do a lot more, but that's a very basic example of it. And then, of course, bone crafting is probably where I think we're going to be going. It's very similar to flesh crafting, except when it comes to the bone, you spend point of blood and you roll strength plus medicine as you literally like force the bone out and start transforming it to whatever it is that you want to transform into. If you're going to go that route, which I'm pretty sure you will, we'll go over it more in depth. But for now, those are the two that you have. Valuable Visage and flesh crafting.
Got it.
You have any questions on these two?
No, I just remembered that Bones was gonna share with me some
stuff,
documents. Yeah.
Oh, he might have forgot. Bones, boo.
Oh, I'm gonna have to let him know. Yeah.
Nah, it's okay. He probably got busy. He's been busy.
Yeah.
It's cool. Okay. Going back to your character. You also have aspects of one, so we'll go over aspects just very briefly.
Yes.
And I need to warn you about the dangers of aspects. And I say dangers with air quotes because there are dangers to it. So the first one is, of course, heightened senses. And what's cool about it is, for the most part, you never have to make a roll or spend blood to have heightened senses. You just declare that they're on and they're on. However, here's the catch-22 of it. Once you declare that they're on for the entire scene and you can't turn them off. So that means if you activate your heightened senses, somebody throws a flashbang, you're really gonna be deaf, dumb, and blind.
Okay. So everything is amplified.
Everything is amplified while you're heightened. It's great if you need to do some like kind of like Rainbow Six type shit, you know, where. But it can be used against you. So a lot of I'll say like Camriel like specialists that go in like to take down opponents, what they will do is they will activate their heightened senses and then put on like the 3M. Well, maybe not the 3M anymore. They were pretty terrible, but the, but the earbuds to kind of like balance out the sounds. Let me see. Yeah, basically.
Okay, so I think it's good. I think it's good here just to give you a little bit of like context as to why I thought it would be, you know, good to go with that, was because I was thinking of getting like telepathy or something like that, just for, you know, the business sake, the architect kind of path.
No, it's fine.
And I'm open for like suggestion as well. I'm open-minded. I just, yeah.
No, Aspects is actually.
I'm happy.
No, Aspects is actually very good. I would suggest you actually keep Aspects because generally it's more useful than it is a hindrance. But I'm always trying to be 100% with all my players and say it can be used against you. Everything can be used against you. Even fucking Vicissitude, people can be like, holy shit, that's a vampire. Look what he just did to that guy's face. Or at the very least, holy shit, that guy's a monster. Maybe not a vampire, but, you know, they can definitely tell something's up. So, like in this game, everything can be used against you should you abuse it. So just, you know, a little bit of just heads up warning there. And like I said, there is no cost to activate. It's reflexive. You just declare it. The catch is that once you activate it, it's on. Yeah. Now, should you go more down the Aspects route, and you want to, of course, gain like aura perception, like you don't have to activate heightened senses to activate aura perception. You can just jump to the power you want.
Okay.
Just to kind of give you a heads up on that. You don't have to do like one or the other. Okay, any questions in your disciplines? If not, we'll go on to your backgrounds. I know you gave me a lot of meat for your backgrounds, which I like. So did you, Wiz. You gave me a lot of meat for your backgrounds too.
Yeah.
No, we can probably move on. If I can just get some stuff like off stream that I can just kind of peruse, I'll just go from there.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. we go. Okay, so right away you're gonna take contacts of 2, and let me check on your sheet. So for your contacts, you have a hospital administrator.
Yeah, I think I was thinking future forward as well. Here again. Yeah.
Okay, so for now, since we're about to start, I need you to narrow it down to 2 at the very minimum. Hold on, let me double check. Make sure they didn't change it for this edition. Yeah. To change it to 2 people that you know. Now, you can totally make more contacts. You will definitely make more contacts as the game goes on, but these are the 2 people that you know starting the game right away. So we could go with the hospital administrator, the corrupt medical examiner, the police contact, the black market fixer, the human, sorry, that's really small, human secretary, admin assistant, like whoever you decide, just let me know.
Well, I think for the sake of like making it fit more with the whole plastic surgeon thing, I'll have to take the last one, because that's like the, you know, the
Which
lady
one?
behind the desk.
Okay.
The last one, the
secretary? Okay.
Yeah.
So would this be a personal secretary? Okay, so let me explain briefly. So contacts are people you know. They don't know that you're vampires, but they will help you out with like favors and stuff. So if you're like, hey, can you get this file from me? I know your doctor has it. Just fax me over a copy. Then they could do stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go with the human secretary and the corrupt medical examiner. Also, the corrupt medical examiner for the other side of RAF. Because if well, hopefully we can, but I would like to go down the other side of RAF. That's in his origin stuff.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Okay.
All the good times. Okay. Hey, Rosa's here. Hi, Rosa.
Rosa.
Hi, Rosa. Everyone's a doctor.
You know, because we're not playing vampire, we're playing fucking ER.
Rosa, your character was a bad bitch.
Yeah, she was a bad bitch.
We established that.
Okay, now for your, hey Ty.
Hi, Ty.
Now for your human secretary friend. I'm gonna say that are they a medical secretary? Like, do they work at the hospital?
No, they work in the practice.
Okay, so do they work directly under you, or do they work like with a larger practice? Because remember, we had talked about initially when the game's going to start that you're going to be like, I guess, inheriting a facility because of the start of the game.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes. I'm going to put down in my notes that she was working there, or they were working there before.
Right. Okay. I was going to say that she was already working with RAF and that we just shipped her over, but maybe that's not going
No, we can totally go with that. It makes sense, especially given how things might transpire during the prelude. You could totally be like, hey, I'm being reassigned over here, so, you know, get your cute little butt over here, or whatever. Okay, now here's the thing. What is her name?
I hadn't actually come up with a name, but we can just go with, like, Melena or something. No, who's the one in Elden Ring? Melina. Melina? Is she the one that helps you?
Melania? Okay.
Let's just go with that.
Okay.
She's pretty helpful.
Okay, Melania. All right, and then for your corrupt medical examiner friend, I need a name as well. It's fine. Just first names are just fine. I don't like floundering if it's like, oh, so you call up, your friend. I was like, well, what's their name? I don't know. You didn't name them. Type of thing.
It's blankety blank.
Not
Punky Shishanine. Nice.
Miss BS.
Okay. Also, medical examiner. You're thinking male, female? I don't care one way or the other.
I'll go with male for that one. Let's go with something generic like Philip.
With a PH or with an FEL?
No, we'll give him a PH.
All right.
How about Felipe? Let's go with Felipe.
Well, we can. Well, that's why I said it, because, you're on Paradiso. Maybe he's a contact that you made here on the thing.
Yeah, let's put Felipe. Seems more appropriate.
His full name is Felipe Juan Carlos de Sousa.
Yeah.
But Philippe for short, because it works. Okay, cool. So that will be your medical examiner.
Yep.
And just real quick for each one, I think with Melania, we kind of already established that you know her from work. So that's why she does stuff for you. But in regards to Felipe Juan Carlos de Sousa, how did you come to meet him? Or is it purely work related? But how did you get to that level of trust where he'll do favors for you?
Yes, I was going to say that I helped him out with a problem that he was having with his young daughter.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
So it's kind of like he owes me a favor or a debt that he can never repay. So I got him by the
balls,
the short ones. Yeah.
Okay. Just to let you know, mechanically in game, you can lose contacts. They can, get attacked and killed, depending. Just to give you a heads up on that. Mm-hmm. So it is possible to lose them. Just giving everyone a heads up. But yeah, I'm cool with that. I like that. That sounds good.
Okay.
I do not mind that at all. All right.
You did add the whole thing.
Oh, damn right. Shit. Felipe Juan Carlos de Sousa, medical examiner. All right, cool. Now, see, next up we have your mentor. This, once again, is just for my own notes. Okay, this will be a mentor of one. So the way mentor works, it's different from sire. You can totally have your sire be your mentor, but it's not required. I'm going to go over what you have here.
Oh, I had my sire.
Okay, that's cool. If you want to go with your sire, we can totally keep that. It makes sense. Basically, what it means is you're still under her care, under her tutelage, so to speak.
Yes. Yep. I mean, technically, would I still be under her tutelage because she's my sire? Like, is that a wasted point there, or what?
The answer is yes, but no, and I'm going to explain that because
okay.
A sire is a lot like a parent, and what I mean by that is they're responsible for the protecting and education and general care for the child, the person they embrace. So if she embraces you and she does the bare minimum, then you don't get the point of mentor, but you're still like under her, if that makes any sense. Like she has the freedom to beat you across the face if you mouth off, type of thing.
Yeah, she looks like she'd do that.
Mm-hmm. But with Amira specifically, having her as mentor, it means that she has taken a specific interest into you. So she is teaching you just beyond the basics of like, hey, don't go out in the sun, stupid.
I hope so.
And I think we've already established. Hey, Wales Bane, thanks for stopping by. We're going over some Vampire the Masquerade character stuff.
For a newbie.
For both of you guys are newbies, but you're adorable for it. All right. So what I'm thinking is, I don't know if we had decided this or not, so you can let me know what you're thinking, which was that Amira was either Sabbat at one point or she turned her back on the Sabbat, and instead she was like basically researching vicissitude, since they consider it like an infliction, I guess.
We could do that. I'm fine with that. Yeah, she's like a turncoat of the Sabbat. I don't think we mentioned that before, but
I think it's something we touched on very briefly, because you had said that you wanted your sire not to be in the Sabbat, and I said, well, she could have like betrayed him or just decided she wasn't about that life or whatever it was.
Okay.
So what do you feel? What do you feel would fit best with your character? I mean, I could totally fuck you with it, but
what? Wait, can you tell me all that again?
I said whatever you're feeling for your character. I said because if you don't have a preference, I can totally fuck you with it.
Okay. Like a preference in what way? I might have zoned out a little bit there. Sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah. So, would you prefer her to be that she was part of the Sabbat, but then turned her back on it, or that she would just never joined with the Sabbat because she didn't agree with their ethics, practices, morals, etc.?
Actually, I think she never joined the Sabbat. Can she be like real old, like from way back?
I can meet you halfway. The only reason why she can't is she would have to be 12th generation because you're 13th. Well, however, what she could do is she could be from the Brastovich family, which is there's several families of what they call revenants inside the world of darkness, specifically in the Tzimisce families. And what revenants are is they're basically kind of like what Blade is, if you guys know Blade from like the movies and stuff. How they're like daywalkers. Well, the thing is they're born with vampire blood in them, but they're also humans, so they have a little bit of vampire power, but they're not nearly as strong as a regular vampire. But what they'll do is they'll do selective breeding with these revenants, and once they get to a certain power level or age or whatever they decide, then they embrace them, and since they already have vampire blood, they're basically becoming a vampire with an extra boost. So that's why I was thinking she might have some prestige and some respect that way. But while she herself isn't necessarily OP'd, she definitely has like the respect and insight as far as how things have been transpiring, if that makes any sense.
Okay. Yeah, that does, yeah. I think I actually remember in the lore stuff we listened to yesterday, there was some mention of revenants. So yeah, I can roll with that.
They're ghouls, like I think they're the children of ghouls. Yeah, they can be children of ghouls. Yeah. But yeah, so one thing I'll touch on this just for everybody's knowledge. Tzimisce are very big on eugenics, which is a hot issue for a lot of things, especially in our current climate politically.
Jeez.
So that's where all that kind of like revenant stuff comes from. I won't be touching on that too much, but just so this way we have a basis as far as why she is the way she is. It's because of her background. It's mainly just going to be flavor text for you, if that makes any sense. Of course, I'm going to put in my notes, but... All right. So she's very regal, very poised, and very exacting. And you wanted to have a Bosnian accent. Do I know what a Bosnian accent is? What is a Bosnian accent?
Oh, it's still pretty similar to like the whole like Do Svidaniya kind of like, you know, isn't it like Russian type thing? Is that Russian?
I get you.
I did have some
Max,
notes. I can't
someone in our
find them.
guild is Bosnian.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Someone in our guild is Bosnian Beast.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Oh, that explains a lot. I'm joking.
But yeah, the accent is pretty unique.
Pretty spot on. Okay.
Yeah, I wish I could find my notes for this because I actually did a bit of research. You know, I remember like Bosnia for like them like theorizing that there was them pyramids underneath the mountains.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I remember.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So basically, I'm just gonna put accent similar to Ileana from Marvel Rivals.
Oh yeah. Is that magic?
Yeah.
Damn,
Magic is the one that she has. It's a Russian accent, not a Bosnian accent. But I think for the sake of not offending anybody, I think that'll be a good way for me to go. I'll practice my Bosnian accent.
Yeah. Some of the words I think were quite
Behold the dark child.
Yeah.
Rafik, come here and sit down. Get your feet off the damn recliner. Use a coaster. And look at this. Scalpels all over the blood all over the place. I just installed these curtains. Okay, yeah, I could do that.
German to me.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said I'm going to practice this, because I started feeling it go into German. Yeah. I was like, no, that's the other direction. I was like, I'll practice this. Okay, cool. I used to be very good with accents, but I haven't like done them in a while. So it's also because when the internet got super woke, doing accents, you'd get accused of a bunch of things. So anyways, I digress. Okay. I'm going to speak this out just a little bit better. So I'm also going to put, for the sake of argument, let me check also your lore here. Your total age is about 34, right?
Yeah. I was going to say that he got, yeah, actually, 34, okay. Because my original thing with the Banu Hakim was that he was 27, and I think they have this 7-year period where you got to stay. So yeah, 34.
Okay, 34, okay. I'm going to say that she's only 2 years older than you, but she outranks you, so to speak, because she literally like grew up in a vampire household. That's why she has the age over you. So I would say that's actually why you guys have the mentor kind of like background or relationship, because of the fact that since you're closer to her age, she kind of views you more as like as I'll just say like a potential like love interest, or at the very least like an annoying little brother that she's like, well, I can't let you out of my sight because you're an investment in my resources and type of thing.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. All right, I like where this is going. I have ideas.
Sweet.
Right.
Yeah, I like her a lot. Like
yeah.
In a non-romantic way.
No, that's fine. You know, and that's also something entirely unrelated that I'll bring up just for the sake of argument. If you don't want romance with any characters or any NPCs, that's fine. You're free to say that. If you do want that, that's also fine. You're free to say that. There's not going to be any NC-17 stuff on the air, but hey, if you want to write your fan fictions, I mean, go for it. I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we can have the sexy time, but that's it. No attachment.
It's just business. It's business. You need to get that stress relief. So.
Business. Yes, it's only business.
All right. I'm going to remove your specialties here for melee, just so we don't get confused, because we already decided one. And we can get more of those later. Business sexy time. That can actually be the hottest.
I wish I could find my notes for the Bosnian accent, and there's a lot of words that I kept, but they're gone now.
That's okay. Like one of the last characters I played was for a werewolf game. His name was Ragnar, and he had a German accent, so I learned a bunch of German for that. And I didn't even get to use it because there was no roleplay in that game. So.
I definitely want to, but it's not going to happen this time because I've got to find the notes. But I do want to. I was thinking like with Raf that he's born in Australia because
Okay.
I just can't get rid of the Australian thing. But his family did speak a lot at home, and they were still very connected to their Bosnian roots. So
Oh, no, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. It could also have been, for the sake of argument, actually, no, I'll save that. I'll save that for a big reveal. Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good. All right. Okay, your resources. I think we've already established that your resources are going to become from your practice.
Mm-hmm.
Practice. Now, I'm going to put an addendum here because remember how we're going to start the game. You're already going to be on. I'm sorry, you aren't going to start on Paradiso. You guys are going to be like migrating there, so to speak.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
I'm going to put an asterisk here next to it on my notes, which is that it's directly funded by Prince Balthazar. You know, under the guise of being, you know, Julian's the one that's paying you, but it's coming out of Balthazar's funds.
Yep.
Okay.
And the big dog, what was his name again?
Which one? The big guy? The prince?
Yeah, the prince, yeah.
Yeah, that's Balthazar Vane.
Balthazar, that's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have Julian paid for, Balthazar approved. You know, like kid tested, mother approved. Okay.
Thanks for the follow. Teleport spawn elf.
All right. Next, I see. Okay, resources. We got that down. Okay, status. I saw you took status of 1, which I think we had also talked about because since you're already coming in at a disadvantage from being Zemitzi anti-tribute, that'll actually kind of balance out a lot of the negative. Okay. You have to remove your fame notes as well as your herd notes and your influence notes. Just this way I don't get confused on my end.
Right.
So you're not going to have a point of retainer. So are we going to lose that retainer? I know you wrote a lot here on the retainer.
Oh, yeah. Why do I lose the point?
Because you only have 5 points of backgrounds. And you have 2 points in contact. So retainer is like a background. You have to take it as a background.
Okay. I would like to have the retainer, though.
What we can do is we can ditch a point of contacts, which would take you down. You'd have to choose who you're going to cut ties with, or at least who you haven't established ties with. And yeah. I can give you the retainer at a 1 point, which will be a lot weaker, but we can still keep him like on paper, and he will also gain XP alongside you. Not necessarily the same way you do, but he'll definitely like power up on his own. If that makes any sense. Kind of like in Diablo when you have those companions go with you and they get stronger.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll drop the medical examiner.
Okay. So I'll leave 1 Cautelus.
Can we get more retainers?
Oh yeah, you totally can.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So I don't want anybody to feel like restricted by, oh, I'm starting with so little. You're going to get so much as the game progresses. Through role playing, you can make more contacts, make allies, get boons, get a herd. You get everything. So.
Okay.
So I'm actually going to pump your resources up to 2 because since you're funded from the prince, I'm going to say that it is 1 point that's given basically your funds that you have traveling with you, plus your initial salary. But that second point isn't going to be available to you, but it will be basically popping up once you get presented to the prince.
Okay.
So And then, oh wait, not resources, retainers. All right. I will actually be making the stats for him, and I'll let you look over him. His name is Omari St. Clair.
Yes.
An outwardly elegant albino. Ooh, sounds exotic. Even for Paradiso, that's exotic.
Yeah, you know, I was kind of thinking another thing with Raph is that he has an appreciation for broken things and things that are odd, different. Like he can see the beauty in those kind of things. Yeah.
All right. I'm fine with that. Okay, so let's talk about Mr. Omari.
I have a picture of him I made with ChatGPT.
Who?
If you would like to see.
If you want to see it. Is it from freebie points? I don't know, Ty. We'd have to check. Okay, I don't think I can click on it right now. It's gonna throw off my thing, but I'll look at it in a minute.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, let's start with the basics. Obviously he's loyal, he's like a professional bodyguard. How did you come to be in his service, or rather, how did he come to be in your service?
I was gonna say that he used to work or was working with and for Amira.
Okay, so he's would it be safe? Actually, here's a good little plot twist we can put. Is it good to say that maybe he was assigned to you by Amira? That maybe she's the one that's funding him?
Yes.
Mainly because it's like, since she is investing all this money into you, she also wants to make sure you're safe to while you do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like what's that called? You know, it's kind of keeping an eye on me, but at the same time, it's like
keeping you
he's
safe,
there to make sure that, keep her assets safe, kind of thing.
Okay, cool. I like that. That might mean you might come into conflict occasion. Actually, no, we'll do one better. Since he is a 1-point retainer, and since he's coming under Amira's employ, this will give you the option to say, instead of a ghoul, I can stat him out as a revenant instead, should you want that. However, there's drawbacks to having revenants. I mean, ghouls are already fucked up, but revenants can be even worse because they don't have humanity and they're born basically without humanity. I mean, okay, mechanically they have humanity because everything has humanity, but they don't have any illusions about like that they're born from monsters. If that makes any sense.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah, keep going.
Well, I was gonna say, so that means he's probably gonna be like overly cruel to people that he isn't instructed to take care of. Like for example, if you're a doctor and he's holding the door open for you to get in, and somebody comes up, he might just like punch him before even like addressing them. You do like really cold stuff like that, stuff where it's like, dude, can you chill, type of thing.
That sounds funny.
Okay, cool. It also means since he isn't directly paid from you, he will. There might be times in the future, just to kind of put this out there, he might actively work against you, not necessarily because in a hostile way, but there might be something you want to do, and he's like, no, that's not in Amira's best interest, so I can't let you do that. And okay. As long as you're okay with some conflict like that, okay, cool.
Yes, I expected it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
See, this is exactly why I love Session Zeros. We get to flush out all the fun stuff. Go ahead.
Have either of you watched Penny Dreadful?
I love Penny Dreadful. I haven't watched that much of it, but yeah.
It only ran for 2 seasons and they cancelled it. But I got my inspiration for Amari from the bodyguard of the old white dude.
Okay, cool.
I liked his
bodyguard. Nature. Rosa says, "Hell yeah, hell yeah."
Yeah, it's a good one. And what's that lady in that one? Man, She was in James Bond as well. She
Ah,
just fits that like gothic kind of vibe.
so
I think
well.
she's cool.
Yeah.
Eva Green, I think it is.
Had me up when it got canceled. Yeah. That's actually one reason why I never finished it, because I think I watched 2 episodes of it, and then I heard it was canceled, and I was like, "It's gonna be another Firefly situation. I'm gonna get sad."
Yeah, it sucked.
Anyways, okay. Now on to your status. We have here useful but unsettling asset, which is fine. However, we need to decide how you got this point of status aside from you just being an asset. So usually,
Yeah, this is just the future, like the future forward stuff again, I think.
well, yeah, but you've also put the point into it, so we need to make the decision as far as like how you actually got that point of status. It could be something like maybe you helped out the prince of your old city with like a favor. Maybe you became an informant because since you were Zemitsi, you still are, but since you're Zemitsi, maybe you got the in with some movements of like Sabbat activity in your old city. So you told the prince because you're like, they told me because they assumed I was with them and I wasn't. It could be something like that. It could also be something where maybe the prince of your last city, he or she, depending, wanted you to do flesh crafting work on their personal ghoul because they want her or him to be more beautified.
Yes, I definitely can go with the one you just mentioned, because I also had this idea of like specializing in helping higher profile people within the Camarilla fix up their ghouls, and hopefully I can get to a point with vicissitude where I can like, properly equip them from a military point of view.
I'm gonna put former prince. Do I want to be a jerk? I might want to be a jerk. In a good way, jerk. Wait, not yet. Let me see. It's because I have so many.
Planning.
I have so many NPCs like prepared and ready to go for this game.
I like
specifically.
the beach bum so far.
You do.
And the Nosferatu one.
Yeah, she's a classic. I love her. I love her.
No, I actually like the sheriff too. I mean, you did well with a lot of them, to be honest.
Thank you. I should hope so, but thank you.
Yeah, you got some experience under your belt there.
Oh yeah, well, it's because like when I start working with characters, I mean this is just basic like storytelling, story crafting 101. Is you start with your lead. In this case, the lead is who's running the city, but you guys aren't going to be running the city. You guys might have the option to run the city at some point, but you guys aren't starting, on the top, So it's like it has to make sense, and not everybody can be like carbon copies of each other because that gets boring. They need to have personality, flair. They need to conflict. Ironically, there was an old soap opera. Did you guys remember Passions?
No.
Sounds a bit familiar.
It was an old soap opera called Passions. I got really good writing stories because I would watch Passions with my mom when I was a kid.
Uh-huh.
And Passions is basically like a very watered down World of Darkness type of thing, where you have characters that are like, oh no, this haunted doll came and came to life and now it's my child, and it's like, oh no, the haunted doll told me that you slept with my sister or whatever type of thing, and it's just like, oh, the intrigue, like it was corny as fuck. I don't know if it's still walking.
Your mother watched that with you?
My mom had it on. I was just kind of like, I'm bored, and I was like, well, nothing to do. But you know how it is if you ever watched a soap opera or novella, as Rosa just said. Sometimes you just like start watching because there was nothing on at the time, and before you know it, you're invested.
Yeah.
Anyways, I thought I had that downloaded. Clearly, I don't. What's this in the other folder? Oh, wait. Yes, I do. Okay.
Thank you for the follow.
Okay, I will send this to... Actually, I'll just put it up on chat real quick. Let's see. No, that's going to be too much work. I'll go to send it to you later. So your last prince was a female Easterner, blonde hair. You didn't really know her all that well, but you did a lot of work for her. She would send her toys to you, which is what she would call them, to get kind of like prettied up and gussied up, and that's how you got your point of status. So
sweet.
Okay, awarded by, I'll put former prince. Okay. All right. The clinic, I'm going to leave your clinic here because it's going to be awarded to you, so that's fine. Okay, very briefly, we'll go over your gear carried. A butterfly knife, scalpel, that's fine. Custom pistol, that's fine. Encrypted gloves, encrypted phone, that's fine. Gloves, medical kit, that's fine. Reinforced tailor formal wear, you have the resources for that, and you've already described it over here. So that I think that's fine.
Sweet.
No issues with that. As far as your equipment owned, surgical clinic under the name of Dragon, or is that Dragon?
Dragon, yeah.
Dragon. Okay. So I'll put that on my notes to put a little tittle over it. Okay, so is Dragon the name that you like? Is that like your alternate identity you go by, or is that just like the name of the facility, like Dragon Industries? We're gonna make you look or else.
Facility.
Okay.
Yeah, and it had to. Oh man, I wish I'm gonna find these notes for the next time. I'll have it all ready. I had all this planned out.
I'm gonna call it just on paper Dragon Enterprises. Just
yes,
we can change it later, but
yep.
Okay. Private.
I'll help you.
Private operating room access. Okay, that's fine. We already talked about that. The lower level. Yeah, I think we've talked about the lower level stuff in regards to the type of hunting you wanted to do.
Exactly.
Secure arc. Yeah. That's all fine. The Plymouth. That's fine too. So okay, you said custom built. I don't know if you like how custom are we talking? Like, are you talking like James Bond? Guns under the hood type thing. Okay.
No, it's just got an updated motor and everything like that.
Okay.
Or else I'd be getting there, pretty damn slowly.
Now, I have to put an asterisk here because there's 2 routes we can go, and I need you to decide which one you want to go with. We can have it so your Plymouth was shipped over with you, because you were invited to go there from Julian to be your, I guess, like caretaker, so to speak, on Paradiso. Because if you remember, we had talked about you being welcomed there, which was odd. But anyways.
Yes. Yeah.
So it could be assigned and or gifted, so to speak, by Julian. Or it could be something that you buy, that you had shipped over from basically, I'll just say the States because it doesn't take place in America. In regards to you're like, I'll go, but I'm not leaving without my car type of thing. I just need to know which direction you're going.
Does it impact anything like in the future, what I choose?
Everything impacts you in the future. Yes.
Oh, man.
Yeah. It's that type of game. It's about storytelling. So it's like every decision you make will have consequences. They won't always be big consequences. But it could be stuff like, oh, you go outside and your car's gone. Why is your car gone? Oh, well, Julian decided to take it for an oil change because, it's under his name. So he's keeping it up to date for you. And it's like, yeah, but at the most inconvenient time type of thing.
No, I will say that he has some kind of like personal investment in the
Okay.
car, so it would have been his.
Okay, so what I'm going to rule is they had it shipped over with you. Actually, I'll do you one better just to kind of save time in regards to the Prelude. It was actually shipped over first once you got the request to go over there and do some work for them.
Yep.
Okay, so it was shipped over first. Additionally, I will also say that the reason why they agreed to that is because of your status. So that checks out.
Yep. Yes.
Okay, cool. And in regards to your blood bonds, you want to start one stage blonded to Amira?
Yeah, that's right.
You sure you want to do that? I'm not against it. I'm just saying, like, sure that's what you wanted.
Yeah. If it makes it more difficult or whatever, I'm here for the ride.
Okay, cool. I'm just making sure. There's some people that don't like that. They're like, no, I don't want to be under anybody's tutelage. But cool. Okay.
No, it's okay. I wanted to do something different. Like normally I'm the rebellious one who, goes against authority, but I thought I'll take a different page, from a different book and
Try something different. No, it should be good. Okay.
Yeah.
So your haven, your haven is not going to be under the domain. You're going to have a separate one, or did you still want it to be under the domain care?
Is that like it's in the Camarilla, or what do you mean by that?
Okay, so right now there's people who have put points in domain. Domain is a background. You don't have to put points in domain, but you guys are starting with a shared domain. And a good way of looking at a domain is kind of like a street block or a couple of street blocks, depending on the size of it. And you guys are responsible for who's allowed to feed there, who's allowed to hunt there, who's allowed to travel through there. Typically, your havens are going to be in your domain because you can buy things like domain security. So you get like security cameras for your domain, or motion sensors, or bodyguards, and so forth.
Okay.
Like I know you already have like your own personal bodyguard, but these are like people that, quote unquote, actively patrol the perimeter. And when I say actively, it could be something like just thugs that are under your guys' control, but they keep out like cops or whatever type of thing.
Yeah, and then we ghoul them later on.
If you guys want to, yeah. Generally, you'll be surprised what a lot of people will do for money, but yeah. It's because
you probably
we
already
can
have a place picked out for the Kotiri, don't you?
I do, but it's in limbo right now. And when I say in limbo, it's because like I have it set in my mind. However, I'm kind of like attaching pieces to it based off what people want, so this way I can make it look more cohesive.
Okay.
So right now in my mind, I have a city block. I have where Rosa's place is. I have where Ty's place will be. And then I have where Wiz's place will be, and the park that's going to be connecting them. However, I will say that we can have yours be a little closer to the beachfront, so we can get some of that forest outskirts stuff. But it'll be on the more secluded side, so it'll still be in that city block, but it'll be on the perimeter out of it. If that makes any sense?
Yeah.
I'll sketch you out something so that way you guys can get a better look at it.
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay, cool. Awesome. All right, let's go over your background just real quick, of course. Oh, geez, that's small.
Yeah.
Hey, no, I appreciate that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a big one. I don't know, maybe some people don't get so deep into it, but I'm trying to make my own graphic novel. I've been doing it for a few years now, so when I get into it, I get really into it.
Oh, that's good.
This whole character stuff.
Oh, trust me, you're gonna love this game then. Okay, so basically you grew up in Australia. I will say, for the sake of argument, actually, no, we'll reveal that later. That'll be a fun twist. I got it. Fighting. Okay, so he became very violent as a child, aggressive.
As a teenager, I would say.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. It's because it jumped on the top line to child to here, but no, that's fine. No, that's fine. But basically, you decided to do that because you don't want to be helpless. I get it.
Yep. Cheers for the follow.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go there with a body, but a sensor. Okay, cool. There, I think it was chosen. It was covered by chance. Okay, so that's how she found you, but why? Oh wait, maybe you described it here. Yeah, probably. Okay, cool.
Thank you for the follow.
See, under the guise of luxury. Yeah, I think I read this part about how you're a little prissy boy. I get you. I get you.
What? Yeah, what? Hold on.
Are you a little prissy boy? Because it's like under the guises of luxury and private consultation. You know that's how she flew you out there. She wined and dined you. She's your sugar mama. So yeah, you're a little prissy boy. It's fine. Everyone likes to be. Everyone likes to be a little sugar baby from time to time.
Yeah, okay. I mean, Raph could probably pass as a male escort, yeah. But he was there on business, okay?
Business, not personal. Okay, so that's how he got his reputation as a surgeon, which is all well and good. Now establishing. Yeah, I think we've already talked about this part as far as you already having things established or setting things up to be established. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think actually that's all pretty good. That's pretty well done. I have no issues with it.
Awesome.
Let's see.
Yeah, a fair bit of the backstory kind of ties into the floor of the vengeance thing, and yeah, might tend to go off the rails just a little bit. Like he carries himself in a certain manner for certain reasons. Thank you for the follow.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I like that. Okay, cool.
I have pictures. I even made a little intro. It would be nice to put it up. I can send it to you when we're done.
Yeah, you can send it to me
during this stream.
I don't know if wait, maybe I can.
It's like 2 minutes, maybe.
I have my Discord on a whole separate window that's capturing the dice roller. That's why it's using so much real estate, so to speak.
Yeah. Well, I can put it on my stream. I mean, I planned on doing it. I just don't know when.
It's good. It's good. It's all good. All right, I will check that in a minute. Thank you. All right, that's all well and good. All right, cool. Yeah, we're ready to go into the prelude.
Hope I don't die.
Oh no, I will tell you to run. All right.
You still here, Ty?
If he's sick. He might just be chilling out. I know he was finishing setting up his new desk at his new place, so that's why he hasn't been streaming the past couple of days. You didn't die. Well, you got lucky. Credits was hoping that you didn't die, but he was trying to kill your snake, if I remember correctly. Okay. Before we start, I'm gonna go get a glass of water real quick, and I'll be right back. You guys talk amongst yourselves. Right back.
Yes, I've been making images of my character.
Oh yes.
Put all of them in a Google Drive, and then I'm gonna share with you.
Yeah. Thank you. That way I'll be able to. Oh, thanks for the follow. That way I'll be able to keep moving forwards with this little trailer. Hopefully I can get it out before we start.
Yeah.
I really wish that I didn't have to leave in 40 minutes because I really want to hear what your character's got going on with. Like, damn.
I don't know. It's gonna be a bit wild.
Can imagine.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
And the fact that we're all in a lot of us are in the medical,
Yeah. Like
space.
we didn't even talk about any of this. But I guess
No, I had no idea.
I don't know why.
Oh, let me tell you, it's far from something I would have chose, like, personally. And since we're doing this whole, RP thing and whatnot, I just thought I might as well just go way out of my comfort zone.
I'm back.
For funsies.
That's
For
so interesting
funsies.
because my character is very close to what I do, so it's like yeah, we like opposite each other.
Opposites.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good that you do that.
All right. One quick question. Amari, did he have an accent, or did you decide on that, or is he?
I mean, I guess I was just gonna.
Because I
I
was gonna give him kind of like a dry, kind of like Book of accent, like no sir, Mr. Rafiq sir, no, you can't do that, Mr. Rafiq sir, you gotta stay here. Mr. Mira says you gotta stay here, boss. So I can't let you out. It's because his last name's St. Clair. It doesn't fit with Vukovic. So
Yeah. I guess in my mind I was kind of going with the more like African kind of accent, or like I'm not really so familiar with like what a African / Caribbean accent might be. But yeah, I'm up for suggestion. If you would like to do the Brooklyn accent, you can do that.
no, I'm like if you don't want it, that's fine. I just need to decide like now what I'm gonna do, because otherwise I'm gonna be changing it up as we go. I mean, I'm probably still gonna change it up because you jungle a bunch of characters and shit just happens.
Yeah.
Because I think the only African accent I can do is the guy that's like, "Why are you gay?" I think that's the only African accent I can think of off the top of my head. Okay, well, anyways.
Yeah, well, we can kind of brainstorm that later. You can, if you're particularly fluent in a certain accent, then yeah, you can let me know.
Well, I will tell you now. I have a very select set of skills. Accent is not one of them. So in all honesty, I do try to do my best with accents, at the very least, try to make them somewhat memorable. But because also with St. Clair, I'm getting a little bit of Irish.
Yeah. Yep.
Can I do an Irish accent, or will I offend my Irish friends?
I think it's a little. I got a bit of Irish and Scottish ancestry, and it's. You would think they're similar, but they're
not.
There's a bit of different. Yeah, there's a different kind of inflection that they do, but yeah.
Okay, cool. So I won't do it.
Leave it up to you.
I won't do an accent for him now, but I'll just say like, "Oh, Mari says this," and then I'll get the accent like down for next time.
Yeah, do that. Excuse me.
So before we get started, over here on the dice roller, and you guys can both kind of pay attention to this, and it will be pop up on the chat as well. Haha. So how we'll be doing things, we'll be using the sidebar here to roll our dice, and I'll be casting that onto the screen as well, just so that way you guys can know. So what you'll do is you'll type /dice, and it should pop up the first one right away, dice roll, and you're going to click that. It's going to ask for the pool size. So in this game, usually you'll be combining two things. So for example, I would say, let's say you're going to kick down a door, I would tell you to roll your strength, which is 3, plus your brawl, which is 3. So your pull would be 6. And let's say it's a wooden door, so the difficulty would be standard, which is also 6. And if there's any additional modifiers that you would want to include, such as I'm using a point of willpower, I'm using a specific modifier, which I would tell you beforehand. If you're using a specialty, you would click that or what have you. But if you're not using any of that, then you just push enter and it'll pop up on the screen. And it'll tell you, okay, you know, that's a bad roll because you got 0 successes or 0 sucks. But if we were to do that pull again, for the sake of argument, boom, see, it tells you right there we got 3 successes because it counts all the dice for you. So basically, you want more green than reds. But for you, Dax, I need you to go ahead and roll 1d6 right now. I'm sorry, 1d10 right now.
Okay, so, yeah, for the record, I'm really not good with numbers.
That's okay. So you're going to type /dice roll?
Yeah, I got that one, /dice.
So this is going to be a pool of 1. And then with a difficulty of, you can just put 6. It doesn't matter. I'm looking for the number more than the result.
So it's hash dice and then 1, or?
Yeah. So yeah, because the pool is 1. Because I want you to roll 1 dice.
Okay.
And then say the success, and this should also be 1. I'm sorry, 6. But I just need the number. I don't need the actual, like, whether it's a success or not.
Like this? No.
No. Type it like this here. I'll do one to show you. Like that. If you type /dice, then it should pop up at the top. You see where it says dice roll?
Dice roll. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so you can just click that one and it'll pop it up and already kind of fill it in for you. And you just put like...
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Now I got it.
Okay.
Okay, so it's pool 1.
Yes. And difficulty, you can just put 6. You just put 6, it's fine.
6.
Because it doesn't really matter. I just need the number. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So you're going to start with 9 points of blood. I know you have a dice pool, a limit of 10, but you're starting basically the night with 1 down. That's basically what it means.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so basically the way the game works is every time we will play, whatever your blood was, we'll automatically reduce it by 1 because you're spending that blood to like rouse for that night. Which is what forces vampires, even if they're fully fed, to have to feed the next night.
All right, gotcha.
Okay, cool. Right, now that we're comfortable with that, let's start the actual prelude. You have been in the care of Amira for, say, a couple of years now. You've gotten to know her fairly well, her comings, her goings, her moods, her temperaments. When to hold your tongue and when not to hold your tongue. Various intricacies that only a child and sire would know. That having been said, you were actually quite upset when Amira decided to pair you with a bodyguard, or babysitter as you might be taken to call it, by the name of Omari St. Clair. He was a well enough fellow, nothing wrong with him directly. But you didn't like the idea, you didn't like the feeling of always having somebody look over your back at all times. I mean, after all, you're quite capable yourself. Why should you need somebody to watch your back? But that's just went through your head as you finished up your latest surgery. You look over the body of one of the ghouls that the prince had sent over for you to take a look at, and you pretty-fied her up. Actually, no, maybe you didn't. Let's go ahead and make that roll. We're going to have you roll your intelligence plus your medicine.
Okay.
That'll be 3 intelligence and 3 medicine.
And how do I do that?
Slash dice roll.
Yep, I got that.
Is going to be a pool of 6 and a difficulty of 6.
Right.
So if I don't, yeah, go ahead and roll. If I don't tell you guys that it's a different difficulty, you are safe to assume that it's a difficulty of 6 because that's considered standard. If it's something more difficult, I will tell you difficulty is 8 or 7 or whatever. Okay, 3 successes. All right. You wash your hands, in the medical little wash bath that's there, and it's not your best work, but you're pretty pleased with it. And in fact, you hear a kind of like a shrill, almost flamboyantish voice that you've never heard from before. And there's a woman in a beautiful red dress, and she kind of walks in. She's like, "Rafik, darling, yes, this is your best work ever. I love it. I love all of this, all of this. Where does all the blood go?"
We normally bag it.
Okay, good, because I don't want this standing the painting. I don't want it to paint the counter. Stain the counter, not paint. Stain.
Yes. We'll be on that right away, man.
You actually don't recognize this person. You've never had dealings with them before. But actually, I forgot I can do this. Haha. She's somebody that looks like this.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot I could do that. So this way, yeah, audience, you guys can see too. Very kind of, very flamboyant, very full of herself. And when she smiles at you, it's very unsettling because she has like almost perfect teeth, like too perfect-ish of teeth.
Uh-huh. I'm used to that.
Yeah. You can tell, obviously, she is kindred herself, and but you have never met them directly, which is a bit alarming to you because typically you don't allow people in your sanctum for no reason.
Mm-hmm. So, how exactly did you get in here?
The door, darling, you left it open. You just stepped inside.
Okay, then.
Okay, go ahead and give me, I'll do you a solid. Go ahead and roll a self-control roll, which will be your virtues. In your virtues, self-control is 3.
Okay. Okay, so you're going to have to lead me through this one again.
Okay, so you're going to do slash dice roll, a pool of 3, and difficulty will be standard, so 6.
6, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is this in the rulebook or the core rulebook thing?
Yeah, all the...
What these things are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything's there. I mean, okay, I will say, for both of you, I know it's a 500-page book. I don't expect you to know it all. Okay, but you suddenly get a chill kind of race up your spine as you're confronted with the reality of not just has your personal space been invaded by somebody, but another kindred no less. Another kindred who seems to know the inner workings of it possibly better than you do. And that greatly unsettles you and makes you very upset. However, you're able to maintain a poise of professionalism. And she just smiles to you with a kind of like a borderline like shit-eating grin, like, huh?
Yep. I allow all that. What's coming next?
She kind of goes and she studies your handiwork, tracing a finger along the ghoul that they had you work on, and she inspects the stitch work and very clean, and she looks at you. There is no vicissitude markings? Usually there is the tucking. Where is the tucking?
It shouldn't be any there. I'm pretty good at what I do.
Well, yes,
I take this is yours.
Yes, this is the one that I had one of my servants sent over. Yes, and then the way she says it suddenly dawns on you. This is the prince of the city that you've never met before. That's why she's able to walk so confidently in without even a glance, a second thought. Because should you try to raise against her, either one, she's more powerful than you, or two, she has enough political and social clout to ruin your career, quote unquote.
Yes. Yes, I would be acutely aware of that. Well, it was a pleasure to do business with you.
Mm-hmm. Later, Rosa. Yes, and I'm glad we were able to get it done before we had to leave.
Oh, you're leaving?
We all are. Have you not heard? She smiles at you almost like with a knowing, kind of like, how do you not know, stupid type of thing. Has Amira kept you in the dark too long? Do I need to spank her?
Yeah. Yes, she does like to keep me guessing.
I'm going to say, for the sake of argument, there's a television in like the waiting room area of your practice. And she goes and she strolls over and she picks up the remote and she flips over. And you see that a number of buildings are actively like on fire in the city at this moment.
Ah, sweet. Yeah.
All the world is ablaze, and it seems as though they are coming for us.
Who is coming for you? Should I be concerned?
Well, if I am concerned, darling, you should definitely be concerned. But I perhaps am a more bigger target than you. You are little surgeon, little man. She says. She actually like pats you on the head in a very condescending manner. Yeah, I'll even say, for the sake of argument, you are taller than her, but she still does it for the sake of emphasizing little man. You are a little target, but it seems there is some kind of gang war going on. These Sabbat ruffians, and I can only assume they are witch hunters. I don't know. She says, a bit annoyed, as she's actually waiting for the anesthesia to kind of like wear off. I'm sorry, wear off on her ghoul, so that way she can leave.
Yes. Well, I wish you and your ghoul safe travels, and hopefully I can be out of here fairly quickly as well, if this is gonna affect our kin.
Of course it will. Excuse me, she says as she goes and she slaps him down. Dimitri! Get up! He kind of like, oh. His eyes start like fluttering open and he pops back to life. And he's like, oh, yes, mistress. Come in at once, mistress.
Well, take care now.
Yes, and very sorry about the resistance. They were very annoying. He would not let me in the building, so I had to do some terrible things to him. But he should survive. He was not that much of a trouble. She says. She kind of goes and she walks out. Her heels clacking against the cold steel of the operating room as she drags the poor ghoul, who's still kind of like holding on to his face, not because he did shoddy work, but just because of the fact that he's like still like, I wasn't like this before, type of thing. So they go and they leave the room, and then instantly kind of strikes you as like, oh, your assistant. Was he talking about Amari? Or was she talking
Yeah.
about somebody else? Okay, so what are you going to do?
I'll walk out into the, I guess, the lobby, you would call it, or the entrance area.
Right. You go as you step out, and you see that she's already in the parking lot at this point. She's getting in the car and driving away. She kind of gives you a knowing glance and a nod with a smirk as she goes and drives away. You can't seem to find Amari at this moment. He's not in the main area, which is odd because usually he does stand by there.
Yes. So I'm guessing that it was Amari at the moment. Well, is there any like traces of a scuffle or anything like that?
That's a good question. Let's have you roll your investigation and perception. Difficulty will be 6.
Okay. So the pool is which one?
It's going to be your perception, which is 3, and your investigation, which is 1. So only a pool of 4. 3 successes, nice. You can actually see that for the most part, there doesn't seem to be any sign of struggle at the entrance. It almost looks as though it was opened quite casually. In fact, maybe even Amari himself. I think how to say this. Maybe Amari himself opened the door, maybe to kind of like how you open the door for somebody, like, "Hey, we're closed right now. Come back during business hours," type of thing. So there's no sign of like stress or anything on the door itself. However, there does seem to be like some pools in the carpet, and you see there's not necessarily a trail of blood, but it's a trail of like scuff marks going into like one of the utility rooms that you have there. You also double over as storage.
Okay, well, I will follow the breadcrumbs.
Right.
The blood trail.
As you turn around and you go to address it, go to inspect it, you actually see that the handle is one of those ones that's kind of like arcs out, and you would grab it in hand and pull it down. It's actually been like not just broken off, but like kind of like crunched, almost like it was made of Play-Doh, but it was heavy steel. So that's probably why Amari isn't out himself yet.
So I will open the door if it's not open already. I'm gonna search for where he is.
Okay. Well, the door is kind of like you can't open it because what it looks like is this person possibly threw him in there and then pulled the door shut and then crunched the handle so this way he couldn't get back out.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, jeez. Well, then I guess I will... Guess I'll check my phone to see if I got any messages from Amir or something like that, or calls.
Excellent. You reach down and you pull your phone up. And you see that you actually have a series of like 4 or 5 missed voicemails from Amira. All of them start with in a Bosnian accent, which I won't do right now to save the viewers. And the first one's like,
practice.
Yeah, we'll practice. Practice makes perfect. It's like, Rafiq, you need to call me back immediately, as soon as you can. And then that short and simple, like, Rafiq, they're already here at the manor. I need you to come back immediately before the fires start. And then another one is like, Rafiq, and then you hear the sounds of like gunfire, as well as what sounds like an explosion, possibly over the phone, and then the line kind of goes dead.
Damn.
Hey, Absu, thanks for calling in. We're actually just doing Preludes tonight, but yeah. Anyways.
Okay, so, well, I'm gonna have to make my way there, aren't I?
Yeah. But before you leave, you do hear like the rattling, kind of like still in the utility closet.
Well, geez, can I even help him?
I mean, it's your, yeah, this is an RPG game entirely of your own decisions. And what I like about these games, unlike video games, if you want to try to do something, you just do it. So if you want to,
kind of like Baldur's Gate. So I will attempt to break the door down.
Okay. How were you thinking to break it down? Like you're gonna like shoulder bash it, kick it down? What are you thinking?
Okay, so is there a lock in? Is there a lock in there?
There was one, but you know the doorknob kind of got all like crushed.
The whole thing is gone. Okay.
No, it's still there. It's just like unoperable because you've.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
So what you would do is you'd roll your strength, which is 3, and then your brawl, which is also 3, and just describe for me like how you want to do it. Like you're gonna do like a shoulder bash, you're gonna kick it down, you're gonna try to like apply leverage, maybe like with a pry bar or something.
I'll try use my body. Yeah, I'll try kick it.
Okay, cool. So just go ahead and roll your.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So what was the pool again? 6?
Yeah, it's going to be 6 because it's your strength, which is 3, and your brawl, which is also 3.
Okay, and the difficulty is 6, or
yes, what? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Unless I tell you differently, always assume it's 6.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right, so you go and you give it a good kick, and it kind of like buckles from its hinges, and then eventually it kind of goes and swings open. You can tell there's a bunch of like just stuff that's kind of, you don't know if maybe Amari knocked it over with his struggling, or maybe the prince kind of just threw it there to kind of block him, to make him have more I guess delay in case he had gotten out. But once you step in the room, you see that Omari is kind of like strung up with surgical tubing, and he's basically like hog-tied but suspended in the air.
Oof.
And he's looking at you. He's like, kind of like looking at you, like very pissed off, but also keenly aware of the fact that since it's surgical tubing, the more he struggles against it, like kind of like the more resistance it is.
I didn't know you were into interior decorating, Amari. It's
Says he kind of grumbles at you, very upset.
Well, I'll take my butterfly knife and start to cut him down.
Okay, cool. You don't need to roll for that because he's not resisting anyway. There's no opposition. So you go and you start cutting him down, and he are you gonna set him down casually? You're gonna let him land with a thud? What are you gonna do?
He's gonna land with a thud.
Okay,
just
so you
friendly, thud.
A friendly thud between friends. So he goes and he lands with a thud, and ka-doom. He gets up and he pulls some of the tubing out of his mouth and he throws it off to the side, and he was like, and he speaks in a African accent, which I won't do because I need to do further research on that. But he says, I don't get paid enough to do what I'm doing. No one told me she was going to be here.
You didn't know her prior? Like, how did you, like, why did you resist? You should have been like amicable to her.
I was extremely amicable, but I have my charge. My charge from Mirror says you're not to be disturbed when you're operating.
Ah, yes. Well, you're a loyal guard dog, if I ever knew one.
Look, I don't know if you know that, but if you know Josephine, then there's trouble coming your way. She's like the oncoming storm.
She seemed like a lovely lady.
I don't know how you're not reigning in terror now, but I will, you know what? Whatever you say, boss. He says he kind of just shuts it down. He hasn't even checked his own phone, which has been going off like crazy as well. Also, what would you imagine him wearing? Because I'm imagining kind of like a business suit type of thing.
Yes.
Okay.
He does wear a business suit. He wears a black business suit.
Okay, black business suit. Okay, I'm gonna say kind of like mafioso-esque, but not like directly.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right.
Yep.
So he goes and he fixes the suit and kind of like tugs it down. He pulls out his phone and he starts flipping through the messages, listening to things. And he was like, "Hey, I think we got to get over there to Amira."
Yeah, it seems pretty urgent.
Okay. So you guys go and you transition over. We're gonna pass a little bit of time for the sake of ease of explanation. And as you transition over to the scene, as you're passing through the city, you see a bunch of like buildings on fire in the city, and they're not just normal buildings. These are buildings that you know personally from the other K Knights that were in the city. That's Amari? Nice.
That's Amari.
Okay, nice. Something to stuff like, oh, that was the Torador's art gallery, and now it's burning to the ground. That was the university that the Tremere ran, and now it's burning to the ground. All these places that were targeted seems to have been something where Kindred either ran it or they had some sway over it. And you start getting to the estate, and I'll let you decide. How does the estate look, or your old estate? How did it used to look?
I would say like pretty up there, like pretty wealthy looking, but old also.
Okay. Would it safe to say like maybe like old Victorian style?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely that.
All right, so as you go and you drive up, you actually see, much to your surprise, the place is still standing. It hasn't been bombed yet, but there are like dead bodies thrown across all over the place. And these specific individuals have they kind of, it almost looks like SWAT gear, but it's a lot different, a lot more high tech. Go ahead.
No, you go.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought you had a question. That's why I stopped. It looks a lot more high tech. Some of them are actually like impaled on some of the gauges that you guys have. Some of them are like literally like ripped in half, disemboweled. And as you approach, well, you're still in the car. You gonna get out of the car and just be like, "Oh, it's not my problem. Keep driving." Like, what are you gonna do?
I would like to sneak in the building, if possible. Like
Well,
if there's a back door or something, or what?
Right now, you're still at the front like entrance, so like where the main gate is. You haven't like breached it because Amari stopped just before going in there once he saw all the carnage. So he's stopping. You guys are in the car. He's looking back at you like, your call. Like, what are we doing? Type of thing.
Well, Amira. Well, I'll ask him. Amira's capable enough to be getting out of this situation. Should we be concerned here?
Are you saying that to him?
Yeah.
He just looks at you and he's like, "I've seen her do some pretty terrible shit, boss, but it's your call. I mean, I'm just here to keep you safe, at least till the end of the month."
Okay. How many SWAT people did you say was there?
You've counted at least 5 or 6 in various positions of decay, a deceasement.
All right.
You can actually see as you are you guys actually like driving in, or are you going to get out of the car and proceed on foot, or what is it that you're thinking?
I'm thinking that we are going to get out and proceed on foot in a very, careful manner, like
Okay.
cautious.
Okay. You get out and you start advancing, and you can see right away these SWAT members, they're not police at all. In fact, they have a different insignia. Excuse me. They have a different insignia on their stuff, and it's actually this symbol here. You can actually roll your intelligence and occult to see if you can recognize that.
Okay. Okay, let me see if I can do it myself this time.
Without help.
What did you say it was again? Occult and...
Intelligence.
Intelligence. Here. 3 and 1. So 4.
Correct. You can be taught.
And 6. Yes, I can. And it's only small numbers, so... Okay, 9.
Oh, nice. You got 1 success. Okay, cool. You recognize the symbol. It has some importance to you, but you can't quite place like what order, what faction. But you know in the past, Amira has talked to you about there being individual called witch hunters, which hunt down supernaturals. They basically call any sort of supernatural a witch, and they basically hunt them down. And this insignia, while you can't recall the name of the organization it belongs to, it definitely is recognizable.
Okay. Well, I do recognize this symbol, but I will...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I remember the symbol, but I'll just say I get an intuitive sense that, yeah, this is something to be concerned about.
All right.
So we'll keep proceeding, but I don't want to enter through the main door.
All right, that's fine.
I'll go through a side door or something like that. Something that's a bit more,
Would it be old enough? Cautious. Would it be old enough as a house for it to have like a servant's entrance? I mean, not that you would use it as a servant's entrance, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Okay. So, would you want to go around that entrance, or like to the back, to complete rear of the house, or what are you thinking?
Let's go the rear.
Okay. You go around to the rear of the house, and you see that the glass is all broken out. There's been some kind of shootout, obviously, if it wasn't obvious by the, number of military folk that are here. But more importantly, you can see that one of them looks as though he's still alive and very like holding on for life, as he's like in between, like literally like stuck living, between the hard wood of the frame. He's kind of like gasping and like coughing up blood, but still alive, which tells you a couple of things right away. Chief amongst them, this happened not that long ago.
Yep. And it seems like it was Amira's handiwork.
But as far as you can tell, yes. But he is still conscious. He is still awake. He might be able to answer some questions, or if you want to put him out of his misery, I see him actively like trying to reach up for a walkie-talkie on his shoulder, but he can't quite reach it yet.
I'm going to turn the walkie-talkie off, if I can do that.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
If it's not off already.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I mean, since I only got 6 minutes left, but I think I would have chosen something different, but I'll just put him out of his misery.
Okay. So you just go and you just walk up to him and you turn it off and just... Oh, you don't even have to roll. You just like pop his neck. Yep. You step inside and you actually see I'll say for the sake of ease of convenience, you step inside and the entire place is like a bloody massacre. You have seen Amira have her tantrums in the past, but this is like a whole nother level. And you see that there is actually a letter that's kind of like mailed, stabbed into the metal refrigerator with what looks like a Bowie knife, which should tell you it's probably from Amira, since she would have the strength to do it.
Okay. I'll take that knife.
Okay. You go and
I'm gonna hand it to Amari.
Okay. Amari goes, he takes a knife and he like wipes it off after you wiggle it free. I assume you're gonna look at the letter.
Yes.
You go and you open the letter and you recognize it right away. It's Amari's handwriting, but it does seem as though there's blood smears all over it, because possibly she wrote it after killing some people, because shit happens. And it basically says, Rafik, the haven has been compromised. There's a ticket enclosed. Head to the airport. I will meet you at this rendezvous point. And you can actually see that there's a plane ticket already there. And it doesn't say the name of where it is. It just has a set of coordinates.
Okay. And we're going to book it. We'll definitely go back to the car.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for the sake of ease of convenience, I'll say that'll be your prelude, or at least your little prelude to get you up with everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're running low on time.
I know.
That's good.
Yeah.
Hopefully it was enjoyable. Hopefully you liked it.
Yeah. Oh, I wish I knew where the notes was. But yeah, it's been fun.
Sorry, man. You got time to research into it.
Yes.
Alrighty.
And I really wish I could stay for Wiz's one, but I'll watch it tomorrow.
It's fine.
Make sure you post it up there.
Yeah, I will. All right then. Later.
You guys have a good one.
Yeah.
And thanks everyone for tuning in. And when did you say it was? May 9th, Mags?
We have it. We have it as a soft start for May 9th. That's where I'm planning to. If there's a major conflict with schedules, we won't do it May 9th, but that's what I'm aiming for. Yes. So it gives you guys time to clear your tables, so to speak.
Is that a Saturday?
I believe it's a Saturday, yes.
Yes, awesome. Awesome.
It should be next Saturday, according to the calendar. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome. All right. Later, Dex.
Laters. And also, if you want to tune in for just a few minutes on my stream, I will I have a little trailer. It's nothing fancy, but yeah. But yeah, thank you.
Cool. Yep.
And I will catch you in the next one.
Later. All right. Wiz, let me move you over. Let me move over character sheets. Aha.
Aha.
All right.
Oh, when did you download it? Because I updated during this session.
Oh no, yeah. So is there another new one that I need to download?
Yeah, it's the same link. It's just I uploaded a different version.
No worries. Let me get it real quick. Here we go. Load. Downloading. There we go. I want to sign in to Foxit. Let's shut that shit down. Okay.
Foxit.
All right. So same thing like before. We will be going over your stuff individually, just kind of like helping to flesh out your character note-wise, so this way I can work you in more naturally with the game. But awesome, looks good. You'll be Doctor. What was it? Osseo or
Ochizio.
Ochizio?
Yeah.
Properate, right?
Yeah.
Is it really? I just took a swing at it.
Yeah, it's Latin, but yeah.
Okay, cool. I figured. I noticed you really like the exotic names and stuff. It's a good thing. Okay, so you're going to be going with Bravo and Caregiver. That's an interesting take. That's an interesting dynamic. So basically, you come off as a nice guy, but you're like the type of nice guy that's like, look, man, if you don't knock off your shit, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to break your neck. Like, I don't want to do it, but you're kind of making me. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm just making sure I kind of understand what you're going for. That's cool. All right, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, I assume most people play Bravo for like more like it looks like a heroic kind of Superman sort of personality, but
yeah, most people play Bravo. They're kind of more like a Bravo is either a bully, and by bully I mean like a literal like overly bully, like nerd type of thing, or like you're saying like kind of like a cavalier type, like follow me, because you're weak.
Yeah.
Okay, and you are going to be El Malkavian.
Am I the only one?
The only Malkavian? Yes, you are the only Malkavian.
Yeah, I think we all have different clans, right? We don't have a duplicate.
Yeah, I generally, especially like for a lot of you guys, like Ty and Dax and you as well, like you guys are new to Vampire, so I was like, I would like it better if there was no overlapping, because this way everybody can have a unique experience.
Yeah.
And you are 13th generation. Do you understand how generation works, or need me to explain it?
Yeah. No, that's clear to me.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay, let's talk a little bit about your concept, because you have a mouthful there. Psychiatrist who using his expertise to expose the weaknesses of the mind. Do you want to summarize that down, or just shorten it to psychiatrist, or?
Psychiatrist.
Or we can use ChatGPT to the rescue.
That too. It used to be much longer, and that was the summary.
That was the summary. Yeah, so typically we want the concept to be like only 1 or 2 words, because it affects how well you can receive experience, certain things like that. Okay, can we summarize this down to 2 or 3 words? It is a... Ooh, those are some pretty good ones. Okay. What do you think about Psyche Hunter or Cognitive Leech?
Hunter versus Leech.
Specifically Cognitive Leech, which basically means like you like to work on people's weak minds and such.
Yeah, infesting them out. Yeah, I like that better.
Okay, we'll go with Cognitive Leech. I think that's very, very clean way of... No, that's a good... Yay. Cognitive Leech it is. Okay, now in regards to your sire, I see that you put here a patient who quote unquote cured his schizophrenia.
Yes, there's more about her in the story.
In the background?
Yeah, the background.
Okay. Do they have a name, or do you not know their name?
Oh yeah, Rosie Durst. I don't think she has a last name, but Durst.
Durst, like D-R. ST or DURST?
Let me check the spelling. Where is Mercy? Sorry. I also know these notes. Too many notes.
Trust me, it's the type of game where you're going to be glad to have a lot of notes.
It's everywhere. Oh, DUERST.
DUERST.
Yeah.
Durist. Okay.
Durst.
Good, good, good. All right. For your attributes, we're going to choose a specialty for dexterity. Basically, do you know how specialties work? Do you need to explain that to you?
Hold on. This is in. Where
It's-
are we now?
So on the first page where it has physical, social, mental, we're looking.
I see.
Okay, yeah.
Dexterity. Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay, what about it?
since you have it at 4, you get to choose a specialty in it. And the specialty generally, like, it's a narrative fluff, but it gives you a mechanical bonus. So if you're ever doing something and you can work in that specialty. So for example, let's say you're very dexterous, or you're very balanced, or you have good reflexes. You'd put that in. So if I say, oh, well, what are you doing? You're like, oh, well, I'm trying to reflexively dodge. Then you can apply a bonus in regards to using your specialty in dexterity.
Okay. Is that like an inventory of? Oh, I see now.
Mhm.
Where is it?
So what we would do is on the...
Precise, swift, feel grease,
Mhm.
lightning flexes.
Yeah, these aren't the only ones. You're free to make up your own. Those are just some
Oh, okay.
examples. But like, what we'd do is we'd type it here on this line. So if you took like
Okay.
graceful, then we type like graceful here.
Yeah, graceful sounds good.
Okay, graceful. We'll leave that there.
Yeah.
Okay, we also need to choose one for charisma and one for manipulation, because you also have those pretty high up there. Which is good. I like to see that. A lot of people in this game are so afraid to take something at 1 or 0.
Yeah. Charisma is
Oh, let me bring that back up.
sort of the aura, right? So,
Yeah, basically, charisma is like how likable you are, your likability, so to speak. So some ones for charisma are also graceful, but smooth talker, forceful, urbane, witty, eloquent, hustler. Like basically, it kind of describes how you're so charismatic. So you actually could take, for the sake of argument, graceful on both sides. Whereas one is like graceful, like you're a graceful speaker, and the other one is graceful, like you're physically graceful. Both could work.
I would like for it to be a little bit more specific, and maybe ChatGPT can help us with this, but sort of like people feel like he can understand them. Like, like, oh, I've talked to several people of this, but no one got me, and you're the first person to like,
Okay.
not sure how to say it.
We could say empathic. You're just like very like they feel they could trust you.
Yeah, I would say empathic.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and put that down, empathic.
But I think my empathy is pretty low. I think down here.
Oh yeah, that works really good, because you have to remember with charisma, it's not necessarily that you are empathetic, it's that you come off that way. If you ever had like a friend where you just want to tell them stuff because they're such a good listener, or whatever the case is,
Yeah. Manipulation,
Mm-hmm.
which is my highest.
So manipulation is basically stuff like being persuasive, seductive, well-reasoned. Misdirection is also a form of manipulation. And conjurer of facts, which basically means you make up bullshit and make it sound plausible.
I do like that.
Conjurer of facts? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we will get that one. A good example is somebody being like, "Oh well, 50% of people know that 13% of people, do."
Which works
Etc.
really well with my trade of what is it, enchanting voice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. Then
Wit.
wins you get one for wits as well. So for wits, some specialties are of course getting the jump on others, aka surprises, ambushes, witty bon mots, changes in strategy, and ambushes. Basically, it kind of reflects how fast you think, not how well you think. How well you think would be intelligence,
Right.
but how fast you think. I mean, if these don't work for you, like I said, we can always chat GPT something.
Wit. Can I say that he's really fast when it comes to like understanding a person's true motive?
A word to describe.
Like he like listen to someone or even observe someone for like a second. I was like, yep, he's a beggar. He's here to
Okay.
beg. That kind of thing.
Astute could be a good one. Astute.
Oh yeah, I think that's
Sardonic. Sardonic's another good one. Insightful. There's another one. Perspectuous. I've never seen that word before. It's this word.
Is that a real word?
It's a real word. I've just never seen it like before. Here, I'll post it here in the thing. I'll show you a motive detector. Here, I'll post it on there. It's this word. Perspicuous. That's too much of a mouthful for me. Am I perspicuous enough to understand what he is saying? Yeah, I think insightful would be good.
I think insightful, yeah.
Yeah, either insightful or astute. One of those is good. Sardonic, I don't think would do good for you because it's kind of like more like cynical.
Yeah, I think insightful.
All right.
Let's think neutral.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Insightful there. So in regards to your abilities, they're all pretty evenly distributed. I know you did use a couple of extra points here or there, but it looks all good for the most part. I also noticed you're going all in on demontation, which kudos to that. It's nice to have somebody who knows what they want. All right. So do you understand the powers? I know like you might understand them mechanically, or maybe you don't understand them mechanically, but you might understand them narratively, and we'll go over each of them.
The demontation?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I read all of them and I picked Total Insanity, which I put underneath the where they type here.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't know where to put it.
Okay. So basically, the way the game is going to work, you will, of course, have Total Insanity. But if I can get to what disciplines are. Here we go. Ah, shit, that's the wrong thing. God damn it. You piece of shit. There we go.
Shit.
Okay. So for like level 1, you're going to have like passion by default. So that's going to be your level 1 power. Then level 2, you're going to get a haunting, and then level 3, you'll get Eyes of Chaos. Mm-hmm. And then as you go, you'll unlock Voices of Madness and Total Insanity. So Total Insanity will be the one that you're like building up to.
Okay.
So you don't have that one quite yet. So for like level 1, you will have Passion, which basically is you would roll a Charisma and an Empathy roll to basically cause that emotion to basically stir in another. It can be used favorably. It can also be used unfavorably. which is generally what happens. There is actually a lot of like older vampires actually seek out people with dementation to make them feel something because they've been alive or awake for so long they're kind of numb.
Right.
So it can be beneficial.
Right.
Let me see. And then 2 is the haunting. Which is basically when you make eye contact with the other person, you flood their mind with visions of something that you want them to see. Generally, it's something negative, because it is madness, but it doesn't have to be. But it can be something. The way that I would see it is it's like a visual form of gaslighting, where you can make them see things that aren't there.
Yeah.
It can also be very useful in like a combat situation where you can make somebody like think like, oh, they're seeing more enemies that there really are, or that they're fighting basically like thin air type of thing.
Right. Yeah.
Of course, to use that one, you'd spend a point of blood and you roll your manipulation and subterfuge. Right. And the last one that you have access to at the moment is Eyes of Chaos. And basically, let me just read it real quick so I can summarize it. It's been a while since I've had a Malkavian at the table, that's why. Okay, so basically with Eyes of Chaos, what you do is you'd make a perception and occult roll. And basically, you make eye contact with somebody. And have you ever seen like Ghost Rider?
Yes.
He has like the pittance stare where he can like look in somebody and know like all their like sins and crimes and evil and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, except not as extreme. It's like you can, if you make eye contact with somebody and you roll well enough, you basically know what their ulterior motives are, and you could kind of like know things that no one else would know about them. And you can basically fuck with their head accordingly, especially if you pair Eyes of Chaos with the haunting. And let's say they've done something like they've killed like their mom or their wife or their brother or something. Well, you keep with haunting, you keep making them see that like over and over and over again.
Nice.
Okay. And of course, for that one, it's perception and occult. Difficulty is generally 9 for a casual acquaintance, but it scales up. Somebody you know real well, like a friend, would be difficulty 6, but it does scale according to how well you know them. Okay. Any questions on those discipline powers?
No.
Okay, cool. Kudos. Next, we'll be moving on to your backgrounds. So I see that you have influence of 3, domain of 2, and then contacts of 3. Awesome. So we will go into those individually, and we'll go from there. Oh, nice. I like that. You actually named your people.
Yeah, I learned from the others.
From all the others. Okay. Dr. Anna Belushi, right? Belushi, head doctor from...
the Doctors Without Borders chapter.
Oh, okay. That's why that didn't make sense to me. Head of local Doctors Without Borders. I was like, what do you mean? Okay, it's the organization Doctors Without Borders. Okay.
Yeah.
I get it now. Okay.
So OP is my character, just so yeah, just didn't want to type it out.
I was going to say the original poster.
Yeah.
Okay. Captain Ella Brooks. So,
this is a police captain, by the way, not a ship captain. Didn't clarify that.
Oh, shit, Captain. Hilarious. Insightful would be that he's got a problem with coke. Okay, and then Yuki Natsuni is a funeral director. You know them because of tax evasion. I like that. You did the work. I'm very proud of you. 10 out of 10. Cool.
Yay.
Cool, because I don't need more context than that because you've given me everything I need to know. One caveat about them, though, is they may not be in the city with you, but they can still do favors for you, like across the border, so to speak.
Right.
Just to kind of let you know, I want everyone to know that, like,
Yeah.
I don't want anyone to feel like I did a rug pull on them or anything. Okay, next is influence, and you said you have a high reputation, high profile clientele. Okay, so is the influence in regards to like the medical field, the psychiatry field, high society?
So I put underneath they are mostly like his most influential and most dependent ones are local politicians. He sort of helped them with their campaign almost to sort
Oh,
of
okay.
send the message, this is what you need to say, like sort of coaching them to,
Okay.
manipulate the voters.
I get you. Okay, so I will say that your influence is probably in high society then. And what that means is you have a pretty good catch-all, I guess, gambit as far as like who you could pull or use influence for. Did you know, I'm sorry, did you read on how influence is utilized?
Is it to, I actually forgot.
That's okay, no worries. We'll go over it.
Let me see, go back to.
So here we go. So with influences of 1, basically you're moderately influential. You know a particular factor of a city. With influences of 2, you're more know people in the state. And of course, with influences of 3, you have like more like regional politics, like from, I would say for the sake of argument, like something like America would be like regional politics. But basically what you could do is these are very similar to contacts and allies. However, it's more of a, let's say for the sake of argument, something got leaked on TV about vampires and you were kind of like, hey, I'm going to call my high society influences and get them to like mock the people that are like making fun of or that are trying to push this narrative that vampires are real, because it's kind of like, look at how Alex Jones these people are.
Right.
So that's how AI. That's AI, clearly, right? So that's how you would use influence. It's kind of like, it's not direct control, but it's like you say the right things to the right people, and it kind of starts manipulating.
The right drugs.
Basically, yeah. It's a good way of looking at it. Cool. All right. Cool. All right. So I will put over here. You had it at influence of 3. I'm just going to put high society in parentheses for my notes. Okay, your contacts, we already got those settled. You did a very good job on contacts. Now for domain, you have 2 points of domain. Did you want that to be put towards the shared domain, or did you want something independent? I'm willing to work with you depending on what you want.
What is the status of the shared domain right now?
Right now, it's 2 points of domain, which basically 1 point is in size, which makes it about the size of a block, and one is in security, which I believe, according to notes, is like security cameras around the perimeter. So this way you guys can keep track of who's coming and going through your area. Yeah, so it's security and size, yeah.
Okay. I have 2 points.
You can put all 2 into 1, or you can put all 1, like 1 and 1. You can do a 1 additional point of size, additional point of security. It's entirely up to you.
Oh, so there's only 2 categories, site and security. Or
there's others, but they're kind of broken into those 2 main categories. For example, you can have something like technological security, which is like, motion detectors, versus hard security, which is just like, putting like a deadbolt on a door.
I would say let's do more with less and put both in security.
Okay. Do you have a preference as far as what you are thinking? Because you can even get like supernatural security. Like if you're friends with like the local Tremere or something, they could put wards on your houses to basically. There's one called Awake with Evening's Freshness, which makes it so like if somebody tries to go in your house during the day, which is normally when you guys are asleep, you'll wake up like fully like revitalized, where you can use your powers and everything. Because usually vampires can't use their powers during the day.
Mm.
Just
So
enough to defend yourself. Go
this
ahead.
is the domain that we all share right now? Or
Well,
this is
that's what I was asking you. Yes, this is a domain that you all share right now.
yeah. Let me think. Can I invest in supernatural security?
Yeah, just tell me what you're thinking. You're thinking like a voodoo
So
doll
yeah,
over the doors, or what are you feeling?
something to maybe by the not like where the house or the apartment is, but sort of close by to detect any disguises, any masks, or yeah, like either people faking their identities or people vampires, try to disguise themselves to be someone else.
But hostile illusion detection.
Yeah.
That works. Unless you want to just be in general illusion detection, that's entirely up to you.
Um, just general.
Okay.
It could just be like door to door sell people coming in. It's like, yep, they want to sell you something.
All right, works for me. Works for me. All right. Cool. All right, let's go over your gear carry pen recorder. I assume that's like one of those like little like for taking notes type thing.
Yeah, click to
Okay.
record.
I have a couple of those. I just wanted to make sure we're on the same page. Okay,
Yeah.
lighter makes sense. Various tranquilizers, pills, shots, and powder. Powder's a new one. I mean, normally pills and shots people get, but powder.
I mean, powder is just the pills ground up.
No,
So you can mix into drinks. So they essentially the same.
Yeah, people usually don't think about that though. That's why I'm saying, oh, kudos, well done. Okay, see fake IDs and professional licenses. So what are your fake IDs of? Because obviously I'm assuming you're an adult, so you don't need to have...
Oh, I mean, fakes, more like of the professional licenses, like like police IDs or detective IDs or
Oh, so you mean like in regards to like yourself being like, oh, I'm Detective Borowitz, and I'm coming in to
right.
check.
Yeah.
Okay, I dig it. We can go with that.
Yeah. Could be like I'm the medical examiner from the local police, whatever.
I get you. Okay, equipment owned, semi-auto shotgun, which is fine. Have you already started that out?
Say that again.
No, okay, you haven't. The semi-auto shotgun, I asked if you had statted it out. You haven't statted it out yet. It's fine. We will stat it out together. Several secure invisible cell phones and burner phones. What's the difference between an invisible cell phone and a burner phone?
So burner phones are
I know what burner phones are. Yeah.
The invisible is not be able to track, like sort of, or like
Okay.
not appearing. Like if someone want to trace the phone call, they have a hard time tracing it back to a location.
Oh, okay. Those are like those. What do they call them? They would call them like true phones a couple of months
Yeah,
back.
something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm cool with that. Yeah, that's fine. That's not a problem. Let me see. Fire starter kit. I assume for starting fires.
Yeah.
And mini torture kit. Needles, lighter, tasers, handcuffs, blindfolds. That's just a kink kit. All that's just
Yes.
kink kit.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
sort of like travel side, you know, like they
Travel
all
side.
very packed.
For when the mood hits. Okay, next is feeding grounds. Hunts around the block. That's fine. Most people do hunt in their domain, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Vehicle uses public transport. Well done. Well done.
I won't be driving. Though I have fake licenses, fake driver licenses.
Okay. For your haven, you have a small studio apartment downtown. I'm going to say that this haven is going to be the one that's in Paradiso, and it will be it will be basically in play like when you arrive there. So
Yeah.
okay, I just didn't want you. Mm-hmm.
I just want to emphasize that it's small. Like it's a very small place.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted you to know, like, I didn't want you to be like, no, it's at this other place. And I'm like, yeah, but you're not going to stay there for long.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. With a neighbor named Layla. Okay. Tell me a little bit about Layla. What do you imagine with Layla?
So we both live on top of a barber shop. So this is sort of like a fancy studio thing. Just two of us. And Layla is a new teacher.
Okay.
And she just got a job teaching English in Paradiso. And she's from like a richer background. That's why she could afford this place. And I don't know that much about her, but she seems nice. And she's in her, like 20s, youngish.
Transfer teacher who teach English.
Yeah.
How would you say your relationship with her is? Like, you guys on good terms? You guys,
Yeah, we on
gossip
good
every
terms.
night? Mm-hmm.
We're on good terms.
Okay, cool. All right. Amicable it is.
Yeah.
Cool. It's important to know because if you got a nosy neighbor or a bad neighbor, they're going to be in your business.
I mean, for all we know, she could be nosy.
Well, yeah, but there's a difference between like a nosy neighbor that's like, "What are you doing? Why are you hanging that up? Get that off your door."
Oh,
Yeah,
got
that,
it.
yeah,
For
yeah.
relay purposes, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She just say hi.
Yeah. So yeah, she's amicable. You guys say hi to each other in passing. She's like, "Oh, got a letter delivered to my place from your place. Here you go," type of thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Generally a normal person.
Yeah.
Okay, so a rising stars from the 80s, I'm sorry, for the 70s, known for curing the incurable, but he didn't heal them. Instead, he broke them until they lied about doing well. I like that. I think, I mean, this is just a suggestion. I would actually change from caregiver to conniver because that kind of fits that a little bit more.
Okay.
It's entirely your decision. You don't have to change it just because I said so. But I'm just saying, just based off reading that, that's what goes through my head.
Why do you think it fits better?
Because you're clearly a con man. You're conniver. You're like, hey, I can cure you. In reality, you're making them worse until they're crying bloody tears of thanks.
But that's my demeanor, which
Mm-hmm.
I don't want people to think that I'm a conniver.
Well, I guess, okay. A conniver as a demeanor would basically mean you would kind of come off more as like a used car salesman.
Right, which I don't want.
Okay, so you don't want that. It could be
So
a
I
good
want-
placement for nature if that's what,
I
like.
think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that works better.
Okay, if you want to change it now, it's entirely up to you. We can still keep going through it. Because you can also go the other angle, which is the reason why he is like that is because he doesn't like people, which would be like the Bravo side,
Yeah, I picked Bravo because he just really disliked people who he perceives as weak.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't really care that much about them. He just sort of want to expose them and sort of cast them aside. So that's why the bully kind of comes into play.
I can honestly see both. I can see conniver working because you generally don't care. You just care about, I guess, from the sake of the human perspective, just making yourself look good. But if you really have that malicious lean on not caring about people, then it would be Bravo. It's entirely your call. It's your character.
Yeah, he does have that malicious sort
Okay.
of intention.
Okay, cool. Then I'm fine with that then. Let's see, one patient, a petite woman named Rosie, who claimed to have a 600-pound elephant named Hanson follow her around.
Which, for the record, that is a true story.
Really? I hope it's something that's going to dox you or a patient. I trust, names have been changed to protect the identity.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, no, that's cool. All right.
Yeah.
Use every tool in science to make her confess that Hanson didn't exist. Declared. Okay, so Rosie was kind of the one who, I'll say, like, got him famous, quote unquote.
Right.
Okay. Okay, and she was the one that ended up embracing him?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
So she was, some vampire put a curse on her so that she could not feed. Like every time she wants to feed, she sees the elephant. And that elephant would like tell her off for trying to feed.
Nice. Okay. Okay, so she didn't stick around long after you got turned.
Yeah, she was like, thanks. Bye.
Bye, bitch. Okay. So I just want to clarify one thing. He's fully aware that he is a vampire. He's not like thinking that he's not a vampire, right?
Oh yeah, he knows.
Okay. I just so some of the wording here was a little confusing because it's kind of like, you have put that in his mind. He realized he could break through more psychic barriers and etc. And I was like, okay, so does he know he's a vampire or not? That's fine.
Yeah, but he just realized, oh, my ability had just been boosted supernaturally.
Oh, okay, I get you. Okay. I might have glazed over that, so I apologize. One of the goals was he is also obsessed with finding the source and smell that he hallucinates. Is he hallucinating the smell? Is that part of his derangement?
That's one of the more of like a personal ick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because he has schizophrenia, but specifically olfactory hallucination. Okay, I get you. I get you.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I might have glazed over that, and I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Stop glazing.
I have to glaze something eventually. Okay. Okay, so he's 80 years old. I'll say he's been around the block. Not demeanor. That's how he looks. Very handsome fellow. Very nice. Cool. I have to say this is probably like the easiest I've ever had to work because you really kind of like fleshed everything out.
Yay. I mean, it took me an extra week just to like put stuff in.
Just to get it.
And again, learn from the others.
Well, yeah, that's why it's a good thing. It's a good thing to always tune into streams. Let's just touch on your merits and flaws just very briefly.
Yeah.
So enchanting voice, I think that kind of goes hand in hand with you being so empathic. So I think that's a good tie-in there. As far as bully boy, I assume you mean that in regards to the social sense?
Yeah, so he is it that he could like operate outside the law? That's what it
just
says
about,
here.
Yeah. So yeah, but yes, but what I'm trying to get is like you're referring it not necessarily in regards to like the law enforcement sense, which yes, it is law enforcement, but specifically in regards to maybe like operating outside of the legal parameters of your medical degrees. So what I was thinking is you would do stuff or could do stuff like, I'm going to prescribe this guy this medication that he shouldn't be taking, but I think it's funny. Because
Yes.
Okay.
Can I do both of that?
You
both
can
the
do
law.
you can do both of
Yeah.
it. I'm just trying to understand the mindset as far as like
Yeah,
what you wanted to get out of it. Okay.
Yeah.
And precocious, that's pretty straightforward. Precocious. Okay, you took enemy of 2, and I think that's the one that you told me you didn't have an idea at the time, and that I could do something with it. However, since you've had time to think about it, have you chosen an enemy or not yet?
Ooh, not yet actually. I didn't even think about this one. 2, so it's a bit powerful, right?
Yeah.
A group um I think, let's see. I want this enemy to be one of the it could be a human enemy, or it could be supernatural.
No, it's entirely true. I have something in mind, which I won't tell you the full details of, but it would have to deal with like a failed patient.
Sure, let's go with that.
And when I say failed patient, it would be somebody like before rosing, so this way it doesn't affect your reputation as like a miracle healer.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
I like surprises.
Hey, cool. Awesome. I'm going to put kick in parentheses, so that way I know I'll have fun with that. Okay, you also took special responsibility. What is your special responsibility?
I think I told you a little bit about this. Since he sort of became a vampire in the 70s, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 79, like the 80-ish. Yeah, the 80s. Sort of very hippie culture back then.
Mm-hmm.
So he, because of his profession, his the people in his clan who first saw him or came to contact with him sort of asked him to lead them into some sort of meditation, fighting the inner voice, sort of calming the thirst, the blood kind of activity.
Okay. Yeah, I remember you did tell me that, but I'm just making sure you hadn't changed it or maybe it didn't expand on it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I am fine with that. That actually might come into play very big later. So
yeah, and he's really annoyed by that, obviously, because he's like, I mean, if you were strong enough, you wouldn't need this hippie nonsense.
This hippy dippy shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. One thing I would ask is it a thing where he feels he can't say no to it, or he just like is like do we want to say maybe like blackmailed into it for some reason? Or
I think he does not want to cross a whole group of people. If it was just 1 or 2, he would probably say no, but this is a cohort coming in and saying,
okay,
we really, we heard about you and whatever.
the way that I could best relate it off the top of my head, it's like going to go and help an orphanage, and now every time that you walk by, they ask you for money because you helped them in the past, and you're like, oh shit, type of thing. Okay, cool. All right, short fuse, that's pretty straightforward. However, I wanted to ask, does the short fuse tie into your Bravo demeanor?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I figured it would. I'm just asking. And then you took vulnerability to silver, which is special. Is there any particular reason why you took that, or was it just for funsies?
It is for funsies, but I could try to think of a little backstory.
Yeah, sure. I mean, if you got one, I mean.
Yeah.
Because it's like I have a friend in real life that she's allergic to zinc, so she can't put on things like suntan lotion or sunblock because it just like burns her, and not burns her like like, oh good, it's protecting me from the sun. No, it burns her like it It like
that's
burns it.
interesting.
Yeah.
Silver algae. So, oh, it is a thing. Silver
Mhm.
algae.
No, yeah.
Uh,
The thing with vulnerability to silver, what that also means is mechanically, if you get shot with a silver bullet, it's going to count the same as you getting shot with like a fire bullet, if that makes any sense. Because
yeah.
usually vampires don't suffer vulnerability to silver, but in your case, you do.
Mhm.
So it means it's just going to hurt you extra and take you longer to heal.
Right.
I mean, it can be life-threatening. I'm not going to lie to you. It can be life-threatening, but
Yeah. Can I say that it is something that he's inherited from Rosie?
from his
So it's,
sire...
yeah. So he himself doesn't understand it, and he also really annoyed by it.
Okay, I get you. So basically, he didn't have it before, but after this
Yeah.
bitch turned him into a vampire, that's
Yeah,
when
she
all of a
probably like
sudden...
she was
Okay.
probably a religious freak or something, and just no.
No, I like that. It gives me an idea.
So because it's not something that is inherent to him, sometimes he may forget that
That's good.
he's allergic to it.
I'm going to change it from physical to supernatural, though. It's going to be the same point
Okay,
cost.
that works for me. Yeah.
Yeah, because since it's inherited through the blood, not necessarily. If he was born with it, like a normal thing, then I would say it's physical. But I'll change it to supernatural.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm just looking over your sheet one more time. Like a lot of it's really good, really fleshed out. So I don't see the need to do anything. And what's cool is you're kind of like the exact opposite of Ty. So
That's what I'm saying.
yeah. Whereas Tobias is like a nice little Torador.
Yeah, a little shaky.
Dr. Accio, right? Accio.
Orchizio,
Or
Propera.
Chizio. Or Chizio. There we go.
Which I will send you the thing that inspires this character.
Or Chizio, right? Or Chizio.
Orchizio.
Chizio. There we go. There's some shits in there somewhere. We'll find it. Okay. Okay. Race is Mediterranean. Does he have an accent? I assume probably not, because his nationality is American.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Sorry, Dax is the one that gave me all the fucking accents.
I think you only need one of those. You don't need another accent.
That's great. Let me see. All right, cool. So obviously we're going to be starting before you get to Paradiso. And I will say in this before time, did he have a practice, or did he go like via appointment where his clients would call him and he would like meet them at another place to do business, or what were you thinking?
Yeah, so he has a little private practice because of his nighttime schedule.
Obviously.
Doesn't really fit into a regular big practice, so this is a very one-man operation. And also helps with the fact that his clientele are really like high society, so they don't want people to know. So he does his sessions at night, and yeah, it's just a one-man operation.
I can see that. But so she could be a hunter as well. That'd be a good idea. Anyway, okay. Don't give me
You see the
ideas.
photo, the character sketch? Yeah, so that's like his office.
Cool. So would he No, I think you just answered my question before I asked. Okay, cool. Never mind, scratch that. Cool. I'm gonna say for the past couple of days, because you're vampires, you sleep during the day, you've been having this reoccurring, just like dream, almost trance-like vision. It almost looks like top down in a sea of water, what looks like a volcano, and then you fall into the volcano. Not in a way where you feel like you're being like torn apart or you're being like sucked into it, but just more like you're drifting down into it.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you hear it, I'm sorry, as you drift down into it, you start hearing like small little murmurs and whimpers and, you know, the voices of madness, which you've heard pretty much all of your unlife, but they seem louder here, almost like it's something calling to you, pulling towards you. And then you remember what it was. You see a pair of soft eyes, almost like that of a child, looking up at you. And then for a moment, you almost feel something in your heart kind of like beat once again as you feel almost empathetic. And then immediately that empathy turns into overwhelming dread. And then breaking glass just fills the area. And then you wake up. In the past couple of nights, you've been waking up in a cold sweat when it's nighttime, which is very uncomfortable because normally you don't really sweat as a vampire, but something about this is triggering an almost like otherworldly reaction to you specifically. And as you sit up in your, do you sleep in a bed, a coffin? What would you prefer to sleep in?
A bet.
A shoebox? A bed? Okay. So as you go and you sit up, you actually wipe your forehead and it's stained a bit with blood, because since vampires don't, because you didn't take the blush of health or the other merit. So basically, whenever a vampire sweats, they're literally sweating out blood. So you reach up and you wipe your forehead and you realize that, I'll say for the sake of easement, your black sheets are moist with something that's not just a fun time. And you're kind of like, oh, jeez, again. And it plays over and over in your head. But what woke you up aside from the nightmare was your cell phone ringing, going off the hook. And like, dee-doo-doo-doo, dee-doo-doo-doo, dee-doo-doo-doo-doo, dee-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, and so forth. Whatever annoying ringtone you might have to wake you up. You gonna answer it? You gonna answer it? Okay.
Hello?
You hear that on the line is one of your clients talking about something with her husband and about how he's not being faithful, he's inattentive, and blah, 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 blah. And it's like the more you listen to her, the more it's literally in one ear and out the other. And you just really don't give a shit. She could be a senator. It doesn't matter. It doesn't give a shit. It's just terrible. Terrible completely. Hey, Lori. Terribly, just terribly mundane, especially given the nightmare you've just had.
Okay. Sure. Mrs. Gonzalez, so how can I help you?
Well, can I come in right now? I need to talk about this. This is a serious thing. This isn't a joke. This is my life, you know. It is my life.
I understand.
And it is falling apart. She says she cries on the phone. I'm not going to do a cry.
Is there something that we can talk over the phone instead of you coming in?
But that's what I pay you for. I pay you to go in.
You see, I'm in a tough spot. I'm not in a position to take a walk in right now. Can you wait for a few days?
Fine. And then she just like hangs up on you like real bitch. And for a second you question why you even put up with her, but the reason why you put up with her is because of the fact that, well, to be blunt, she pays very well, and she actually pays your rent. Not like directly pays your rent, but she pays you enough to make rent.
Right. Oh, damn it.
Okay,
It's
you.
the case on a Monday.
All right, so you blew off a client. You kind of get out of bed, and
Yeah.
then there's a knock on your door. Like,
Who's that?
I don't know. You tell me. Are you gonna go open the door, look through the peephole, look through the eye hole?
No, I literally asked out loud, who's that? Because
You actually hear the knocking kind of get louder. Like,
I hope this is not one of those door-to-door people, because there will be hell to pay. So
I'll say since it's an apartment, there's a
Just do it,
peephole where
yeah.
you can look through and see who's there.
So I get out of bed, I put on whatever that I can grab. I don't know, bathrobe.
Bathrobe
Uh,
works. Mhm.
and I walk over and just really did not want to, but I have to look out to see who is disturbing me.
You actually go and you look out and give me a courage roll. That will be 5 dice because you have courage of 5.
So pull is 5.
Mhm.
Difficulty
I'll
You
say
say
difficulty
7?
6. 6 is good.
6. Okay. And courage. How do I find courage?
It's under your virtues. So you have conscience, self-control, courage.
Oh,
Mhm.
courage is 5. But how do I put that in the equation?
Oh,
This
so
is-
what you would do, if I could talk, your dice pool is just going to be 5. So you're just going to roll 5 dice. So your pool will be 5 and the difficulty will be 6. There we go.
Oh, okay, that's it. Okay, sorry. Oh my god.
Oh, nice. I mean, oh no. Okay, so you go and you look out through the peephole and you see a very large eye looking back towards you. And you back up immediately and you're thinking, oh shit, am I hallucinating again? No, I don't hallucinate about this. I hallucinate about smells. So you actually like back up for a second and then you look back in and you're like, okay, no, it's not a giant eye looking at me. It's somebody's eye that's like right up against the peephole. Looking at you, hopefully looking at them.
Sorry. Hi, Lori. Sorry, can you describe the eye to me again? I got totally distracted by the sound of my twin.
It's large.
Okay.
It seems as though it is blue, and it kind of like ripples with like blood vessels because it's like literally like right up against the eye part.
Does it appear human?
It appears human, yeah, or at least as human as you can tell.
Okay. And it's just looking at me.
Well, as long as you're looking at it. After a couple of moments, if you don't say anything or do anything, there's another knock on the door.
Okay, that's what I wanted to ask. I lower my voice and I say, sort of come nearer to the door and say, state your name.
You hear a voice that you never thought you would hear. It sounds familiar. But then as you speak it, suddenly the person there disappears, but the voice is still remaining. It sounds like Rosie. Someone you haven't seen for maybe decades since they embraced you.
Wow. If this isn't my sire. Hello, Rosie? Here for a visit?
So we have much to talk about.
About Hansen?
No. About the mother. She's calling us.
The mother? and I look around
Mhm.
my little studio, and it looks, it looks decent, but it's really small. And I quickly sort of clean up some private things,
Okay.
and I open the door and gesture her to come in.
Okay. So you actually see when you open the door, she isn't standing there anymore, and you kind of like step outside for a moment. You look side to side, like where did she go? And you go to turn the door, and she's already like inside, sitting on your couch. She moved so quickly and so invisibly, you didn't even see her like make the adjustment. She's already like sitting on your couch.
Of course, The Shining, your favorite movie.
You would know, Doctor. You got famous all because of me. But we don't have time to reminisce. Have you been having the dreams too?
The Dream?
He's calling to us.
Rosie, it's been years. I'm not sure why you're here.
Because if she's calling to me, that means she's calling to you. Because unbeknownst to both of us, we are connected by the blood of our grandfather's grandfather, Malkav. I suppose I should have told you more than just leaving the way I did. There were situations going on. Things I couldn't really discuss. Huntings, if you will.
Is this an urgent matter?
Extremely urgent. She says as she goes and she points towards also you have a TV on in the background, just like background noise, whatever. Maybe you're one of those people like me where you just sleep with the background with the TV on because you want
I have
noise.
a QTV in the back.
Okay. She points towards the television, and it talks about how there's massive fires and riots breaking out all across Vienna, and about how now there's reports of this other radical-ish movement that's been moving through areas of the United States. And she points to it. It started the beckoning.
The beckoning?
He's calling us home. She gets up and she walks towards you, and she puts like her cold, clammy hands like on your cheekbones, and her eyes kind of look in yours, and for a moment you look through them and you get a glimpse of like those still strange set of eyes that you saw when you're dreaming, but it seems like very distant, like somebody looking back at you through those eyes, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the best way I could say is like a possession, but it's not like a true possession.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Lori. Thank you for the follow. She goes and she looks at you. Her eyes, wide as you're able to see through the madness to the true madness beneath. You've not looked in the mirror lately? She says she takes a step back.
Not that I can recall.
You should, she says as she smiles.
Sure, Rosie. So I walk over to near my bed. There's a little
On the mirror there?
mirror. Yeah.
Our cosmetic mirror.
Yeah. Not silver.
Not silver, not at all.
And I pick it up.
Yeah, you can pick it up. Sorry, I had a photo for this and I think I misplaced it. God damn it. That's what happens when you have too many folders.
There's photos. can't believe my first roll is a fail. Like that's bad luck. That's curse.
It's good. It's better to get it out now in the Preludes. This way when the game starts, you're not going to be suffering.
I hope so.
Let me see if I can get this done. I use the same prompts. Hopefully I'll generate it quickly. Come on, hurry up, ChatGPT. I don't pay for you to not do stuff when I say so.
It wants you to pay it more.
Why? I just pay for the basic one, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. They always do that. No, that's wrong. Okay, I'll show you the photo later. You hold the mirror up to your face, and as you look into it, you see that there is a there's like a movement from the side. You know, if you ever like looked into a mirror, like leaned close to the mirror, and you can kind of like see the room from the other side of the mirror, but just like slightly, and it's very unnerving to think that it exists in a realm outside of normal reality, for lack of a better word. Well, as you look in the mirror, you almost see movement off to the side. Something small that shouldn't be there. And then as you perceive it, try it more. Like you're trying to focus your eyes to look on that which shouldn't be. The mirror just like cracks. And then Rosie just looks at you, her eyes wide. You see? Calling even to you.
I put whatever remains of the mirror down, and I graciously make my way out of that mess of broken mirrors, and I
Oh, well, I'll say like it didn't like shatter where you have to worry about glass. It just like cracked in the frame,
okay.
if you know what I
Oh,
mean.
it just cracked.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was like completely destroyed.
No. It's just one of those things where it's like, oh, well, that's bad luck.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I turn around and look at Rosie and trying to sort of see her whole person because I only saw her eyes.
You see that for the most part, she looks as you remember.
Okay.
Rosie, I mean, she looks as you remember. Like she doesn't look any different. She doesn't look like she's aged a day. Aside from the fact maybe she's wearing more up to date clothes. You know, besides the point. Anyways, so she goes and she takes a step towards you, and she's like, "I'm going to her, but I probably won't be coming back." Which is good. You've done well for yourself. She says she reaches out and she kind of like, you know, like strokes your cheek and she gives it a slap. I mean, not like a firm slap. Like she's not smacking you across the face. It's like with that very like, you know, type of like you're a good boy type of smack. I'm hoping. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just like touching my face after she touched my face.
I'm hoping that if I go, she will leave you and your brothers and sisters alone. Maybe I'm the one she wants. That's why I'm going.
What does she want from you, from us?
She kind of moves over to you and she like strokes your head. She's like, close your eyes and just listen. Listen through the whispers. Listen through the voices. Do you do that? You have to.
Yes,
Okay.
I try to. Do I need to do like a check?
Go ahead and give me a willpower roll. Let's have like, I guess kind of like just center yourself. Try to like make it more.
Dice. Willpower is... One to the 5.
Well, it's
And
willpower is 5.
difficulty 7 as well, or 6. Sorry.
It'll be 6, yes.
6. Yeah.
Finally, you didn't suck. You hear the hushed whispers and thousands of like there's like voices all trying to distract you and keep you hidden from the madness beyond the madness. And then everything kind of goes quiet. And you hear it. You see what looks like a visage in your mind's eye of a woman that looks very emaciated, very pale. And she's holding something that looks like a doll in her hands. And she's just like rocking back and forth slowly. And you hear her speak in a voice that sounds like foreign. And by foreign, I mean like alien. But also kind of resonates you to your core in a very unsettling way. In an out-of-game sense, it's like if you're familiar with Call of Cthulhu, you know how they speak like Cthulhu tongue and it makes you mad?
Yeah.
Something similar to that. It just kind of like cuts through you. And then she takes her hand off your, I'm sorry, Rosie takes her hand off your head and she kind of like says, "That's her, the sister of our grandfather's father." Are you confused?
Does she have a name?
He does have a name, but it's more of who she was related to, for you see, she is a twin. The one who made us, Malkav. He inherited the madness, but it is his twin sister that is the real source of the madness. I feel she's calling to us even now. She's calling for her brother.
Is she calling for our service?
I don't know if she's calling for our service specifically, but the worse you try to resist it, the worse it becomes. Yeah, she actually goes and she opens her jacket pocket and she pulls out a plane ticket. She's like, "I'm going to these coordinates. Apparently she's sleeping there. And we need to find a way to put her back to sleep before she awakens to keep her asleep. The madness is one thing, but if she awakens, she'll consume us all."
You think we can stop her? The two of us?
She just looks at you and she smiles. "No, not at all."
Then who else can help us?
She just smiles and she says, "No one. But you don't understand. If we don't go, it's just going to get worse. We accept our fate. We go there. Perhaps there's a way we can lull her to sleep." A way? Maybe there is a way. Another, you said. I will go and search for him. There is stories of her. Her name is Nahema, and she has a keeper. If we can find her keeper, maybe she will be lulled back to sleep.
All right. Rosie, I'm not quite sure if all this makes sense to me. This is just out of nowhere.
I'm sure it is. But the important thing is that you go, because all this madness, she says, she gestures back towards the television, it's all the madness that ripples through her. Because while Malkav is the source of our insanity, Nahima, his sister, is a cause for the destruction of the insanity. I'm surely thought you would have felt it yourself. You've always had that rage inside you, that short fuse, that anger for all things that live. It's a madness in and of its own.
Sure, I do. But as you know, we are in the shadows. We can't have this happen under our watch.
She goes and she turns and she says, she hands you the plane ticket. She goes, you go in my stead. I will look for him. I will look for the caretaker. I will look for Anno.
Sure, I'll give me a bit of time. I'll make some arrangement. I'll see what I can do.
He just gives a simple like nod, and then all of a sudden, like all the lights in the apartment go off, and then they go on, and you're standing there by yourself, and Rosie is gone. And for a second, you think, "Whoa, did that really happen?" Except for the fact that you're actually holding like the plane ticket in your hand still.
So at this point, I get a little bit short fused.
Okay.
So I'm annoyed that I miss out on a client, and it's already a bad day. And then Rosie just showed up from nowhere and telling me all this stuff that's still really still like a fever dream to me. But they kind of make sense because I've been dreaming about this thing.
Yeah, I've been dreaming about it for
So I'm
a couple of weeks. Yeah.
confused and a little bit anger that my normal quote unquote life is about to take a turn.
Yeah. All right, and that's where we'll end for now because I think that's a good stopping point. You got your bearing, you got your direction. It will all come together very nicely.
Yeah.
All right, cool. You have any questions, comments, concerns about anything?
No. That's yeah.
Maybe heebie-jeebies? Maybe just a bit.
It
would have been better if I would have found that damn photo. I know Enter to credits is like mad. He's like, boo. Where's the photo? I seriously thought I had saved it because I was getting all this stuff ready. I probably did. I just was probably in the wrong folder.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right. Yeah. Any questions, comments, concerns? If not,
do we have blood pool yet? Or is this
yeah. Go ahead and roll 1d10, and then whatever it is, that's how much blood you'll start with. If it's a 1, you can re-roll it because I'm not gonna have you start hungry. But
no, okay, that's so nice of you.
If you start with that little blood, it's almost like a breach of the masquerade at that point. It's like you start the game and it's like game over, you lose.
How do I pick 1d10 in the...
Oh, okay, so type /dice roll and then put in, what's it called? 1, like a pool of 1. And difficulty, you can put 6 or whatever, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's it? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just the number. Boom, there you go. Oh, actually, you will start, with 3. So basically, having a blood pool of 3 is basically you're just feeling like a little peckish. You're like, I should probably think about eating, but you know what? I'm gonna put it off. Although when we start on the 9th, if everything goes well, then you can totally feed. Once the game starts, it's a entirely different situation. But yay!
Yay!
Cool. Any other questions, comments, concerns? If not,
I don't have a weakness yet, right?
What do you mean a weakness? Your clan weakness? Your clan weakness is your arrangement. I mean, should have been obvious.
The thing that's under health. It's just like a box.
Yeah. Okay, so what you would do for that, so for your weakness, that's when you would put like derangement.
Okay.
Because every clan has a weakness. For Malkavians, it's that they suffer from the derangements.
Yeah.
For like Bruja, for example, they have a short fuse. That's their kind of weakness. So you're like doubly fucked because you're having
I just
derangement.
didn't know if it was like a personal weakness or like a clan.
Nah, it's good.
Okay,
we'll explain the combat stuff later. I didn't want to get you into combat right now because I was like, your character. Not that you're not a combat efficient person, but I think since you're actually playing a Malkavian, you're going to have the most investment, at least initially, in what's going on.
Oh yeah. All right. Sounds good.
All right, I'm going to let you go. And guys, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully, you guys had fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to claim my reroll to reroll the blood pool. Do it! Or maybe not, because we're ending already. But anyways, yeah. You guys have fun. Thank you for stopping by, tuning in, and I still have to do one for Bones, so I'll get Bones done sometime this upcoming week. But, yeah. Everybody else, try to get some sleep, because you guys need it.